21 present, sir.
Okay. Roll number 7.
Yes, sir.
Sir, roll number 15 present.
Roll number 7, please
Number
start.
14. 1-4.
Please mic बंद
Roll
कीजिए,
number
already
14.
गेम join हो चुके हैं. Mic बंद कीजिए all participant.
Good afternoon, one and all. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, one and all. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome Dr. Madhuri Sawant, Associate Professor in the Department of Tourism Administration at Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, as our esteemed speaker for the 14th Faculty Induction Program. Dr. Madhuri Sawant is the Associate Professor, Department of Tourism Administration, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, India, and Vice President of Euro-Asia Tourism Studies Association, and also Chief Editor of Euro-Asia Tourism Studies journal published from France. As an expert member of tourism, she is working on the Government of India's University Grants Commission and various prominent academic committees of tourism over 18 universities in India. A postgraduate in tourism administration, she is the first UGC NET JRF and also first woman to be awarded PhD in tourism in the state of Maharashtra, India. She also holds PG diplomas in business management, German language, and environmental studies. As a prominent tourism researcher, University of Queensland, Australia, has published her biography in Women's Voice in Tourism Research to motivate the young global tourism researchers. Her principal research interests are marketing, CSR, socio-economic aspects, heritage tourism management, and has completed 5 major research projects sponsored by University Grant Commission, Indian Council for Social Science Research, and Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, and has also worked as the research coordinator of India on the international project with academicians from Europe and Asia. As a frequent traveler for academic and research assignments, she has visited various universities in Portugal, Japan, France, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Chile, and South Korea. She has over 69 publications, including 6 books to her credit, and has organized several international and national seminars, conferences, and workshops. As a research supervisor, she is guiding doctoral research fellows from United Kingdom, Japan, Thailand, and Yemen on health tourism, creative tourism, corporate social responsibility, human resource in tourism, internet marketing, destination branding, film tourism, crime and tourism, and she has evaluated several doctoral theses and conducted open viva voce. Dr. Madhuri has delivered keynotes, valedictory addresses, chaired number of technical sessions in national and international conferences. She is a prominent resource person for the training programs for government tourism officers, immigration officers, tourist guides, assistant professors, and early career researchers. Dr. Sawant has designed over 31 courses and programs in tourism and hospitality management. We are incredibly fortunate to have such a distinguished scholar and leader to join us today. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Madhuri Sawant. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam, for briefing my biodata. And I can see, there are almost 80 participants and present are 53 participants. And yesterday I was asking the coordinators, so they told me that almost, the participants are joining from all over India, right? So meanwhile, I just want to know, madam, like from which states the participants have joined? Are you aware about it?
I am from Maharashtra, ma'am. And
You're from Maharashtra. So most of them are from Maharashtra, right? And some must be from other places. Anyways, we will have a question and answer session, and then we can talk about, from where have you joined and what are your research topics and all these things, right? So this is, in such type of programs like orientation courses or refresher courses, I request everybody to mute yourself, and if possible, if it is not compulsory, you all can off your video as well, so that I can continue. First, let me ask you all whether I'm audible to everybody.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. And here we are going to be with each other for another 3 hours. So you all please be attentive. And I think whenever the break is there, just let me know, because I don't know the timings when your break will be there. So please let me know that as well. Now, everybody please mute yourself, sir. Mute yourselves. Yes. So like when we talk about the refresher orientation courses or faculty development courses, I'm pretty much sure you all are very youngsters, like young career researchers who are in, like, 5 years or 6 or maybe 8 years in their academic journey in various universities in India and Maharashtra. So yeah, after my lecture, see, my lecture, it will be on tourism and the opportunities. But if you all want, if anybody suggests that I should talk more on the research areas or some other aspects you all want, we can continue with that as well. For me, I'll be talking in English only and Hindi, not in Marathi, because some participants are from various parts of India as well. And I really want you all to carry away some research topics, because in future, after doing this faculty or while doing this faculty development program, for your API format, you need the research papers, you need some major and minor research projects, you also need some you know you have to go for some lectures as well. There are some criteria where you get that API scoring. So on that basis, you'll please try to grasp as much as you can from myself, because especially into tourism, now we are working on this national education policy, and we are talking about this multidisciplinary research. So what I can see is somebody is from geography, or somebody is from management, somebody is from IT, somebody is from history or geography, or whatever subjects you all are on. I don't know yet now, but you all can definitely work on research topics which are related to, like, geography and tourism, IT and tourism. And if you all are having any ideas about it, we will discuss that at the end. Last 20 minutes I will be keeping for the discussion, because that 20 minutes is very important, to have an interaction, and that will lead you to, do some minor major research projects, or write some papers, co-authoring papers, or co-authoring the research proposals. See, nowadays we are having, if you all are social scientists, or it could be the pure sciences as well. I have done a research project with the Department of Science and Technology. It was again a multidisciplinary project, which was tourism and chemical technology. So we were doing research on how to reduce the aging of the Ajanta cave paintings. As Ajanta cave paintings is like few kilometers from my place, and it is the first World Heritage Site in India as well. So this way, I have done social sciences research, in which, we have this ICSSR, Indian Council of Social Sciences Research. They do a lot of funding. And nowadays, earlier, before 10 years, I did the projects, and now also I'm doing some projects. So the things are changed over there as well. Earlier it was, you have the PI and co-PI, but now the proposals which are coming up, you all might have observed that it is not only one single researcher, but you can have a group of researchers from different universities, like 5 to 6 universities. People can come together and give a proposal for your research. It could be like ranging from 20 lakhs to 30 lakhs, or maybe 50 lakhs as well. So it is up to you, how you do the networking, how well versed you are with the other subjects like tourism, what I'm going to tell you today about it. And moreover, what I see that, participants, you all have to have a basic idea of the subject, and after that only you all can go around. So what in my lecture I've divided it into 3 parts. Now the first, I will tell you what are the motivations of travel. Next, it will be the job opportunities in tourism, which will be beneficial for you, your students as well. And third, I'm going to talk about the research areas. Okay, that only 4 or 5 slides are there, but I really want to discuss with you. I'm also chief editor, like Madam mentioned, and this journal is run from France. Last 6 months, I'm not the chief editor, but I've worked as a chief editor for last 3 years because I was working on the DST project and I didn't have much time to work as a chief editor. So I resigned for 1 year and then I'll be doing it again. But I'm having an experience of this as a chief editor of a journal which is coming from France. And 3 years I was just continuously going through the research papers all over the world and of course India as well. So I will tell you the basic difference, what is there in writing, if you all want me to tell, and how to improve your writing as well. So there are really very few tips. My papers have been published in Q1 journal, Q2 and Q3. That was in a month of September, October, November. एक साथ ही मेरे 3 papers, Q1, Q2, Q3 journals. Of course, those were Scopus listed journals. And how to write or how to be well versed in writing that papers, you just need to have some tricks to do that. How to do the reviews, how to write the papers. Main is your topic, how to write your topics as well, right? So for this, I'll share the screen first. And like I told you, last 20 minutes, we will be keeping just question and answer session. So whatever you feel, I'll take like probably 6 to 7 questions or maybe 10 questions, depends on the time and how I'm answering and what you are asking. But let it be, आपका जितना फायदा हो सकता है इससे उतना आप कीजिए, स्पेशली विच इज रिलेटेड टू रिसर्च, क्योंकि आपको इमीडिएट अच्छे पेपर्स लिखने हैं. आप कोई प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटी से होगा, कोई गवर्नमेंट स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटीज और सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटीज से होंगे, बट इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू ऑल टू गेट योर सेल्फ noticed globally all over the world, या तो इंडिया में only and only by writing good research papers. Okay, तो ये मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी अप्रोच है और इसमें हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे कि कुछ 3 घंटे होने के बाद, rather 2.5 hours होने के बाद, you will get some good research topics, where you can work. And if you want, maybe we will continue with it, and later also after this lecture, if you want to like talk to me or something like that on phone, so I would be very happy to guide you in all this, right? So I will share my screen and I just want somebody to let me know if the screen is seen and the slides are going down and all these things, right? Your screen
Yes,
is
ma'am.
visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Right, good. So let me check with it is a full screen. You can see full screen. Now
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can see full screen. Now you can see
No, madam.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, ma'am. Yes.
the second slide.
Yes.
yes.
Right, okay. Now, I think it is a bit slow, but I just wanted to check, right? So, yeah, so this is myself, Dr. Madhuri Sawant. I am the former director, Department of Tourism Administration at Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad. Like, briefly, I have written almost 68 papers. 70th paper is on the way, and 2-3 papers are on the way. I'm very much interested in doing research and writing quality research papers. Moreover, my 9 scholars have already completed their PhD under my guidance, who are working as assistant professors in various universities in India. And like I told you, I'm also the chief editor of the journal and also vice president of Euro-Asia Tourism Studies Association. This is Europe and Asia. Europe and Asia, it is a 40 countries association, and this year, last year, I was elected as a vice president, and I'm working with many professors all over the world. Especially, we are focusing on the research and how to develop early career researcher. Last year, I took a conference which was only and only for the early career researchers like yourself, who want to really progress in the research and do some good research work. Like 8 countries people had come, and maybe next year also I'll be taking a conference in which a very important thing I focused was on the co-creation. If you all don't know what is co-creation, let me tell you, it is co-creating research with various different subjects, various topics, and coming up with a very good publication. That is, and still we are having that group and we are working on that particular group as well. I've written 6 books. Edited books मुझे ज़्यादा पसंद नहीं आता है. I'm not much into it. I have applied for Cabot publications and also Rotley publications, Apple Press as well. but I feel, writing good research papers in Scopus listed or maybe top journals is, that would be very good for your career, right? So today I'm going to talk about scope and opportunities in tourism. The participants who are not from this particular field, let me brief you about the tourism first in the first half of it. And meanwhile, while telling you about the tourism and motivations, I'll be briefing you about the topics as well. तो आपका पेन नोट सब आपके साथ रखिए, आपको कुछ आइडियाज आते हैं तो लास्ट 20 minutes में we will be able to discuss about it. Okay, shall I start? Just tell me yes so that I can commemorate my right? Yes,
Yes.
good. Right. So I'll just give you the brief about global tourism. यहाँ पे my students, they are getting job opportunities in airlines, hospitality and hotels, hotel industry. Then in hospitality, we also have cruise tourism. So they get jobs over there as well. We have travel agency, tour operation companies. These are multinational companies. So they are getting job over there. Then government officials are there in government offices. We have MTTC, KTTC, Maharashtra Tourism Development Corporation, or Kerala Tourism Development Corporation. My students are placed over there, and also the students can get job in ITTC, that India Tourism Office, and some of my students are also working abroad. One is working with the Japanese Tourism Board, one is with the Indonesian Tourism Board. That is in government, right? And moreover, our students, like 130 students, are already working as assistant professors. So there is a huge scope and opportunity for teaching. Because abhi jo courses hai, ICSE pattern mein, it is started from 8th standard. And then in 11th, 12th also, you all are having these courses. Graduation also, post-graduation also, right? So for teaching, there is a huge scope because the industry is booming like anything. Like on the screen, as you all can see, it is estimated that 1.1 billion, billion international tourist arrivals were recorded only in 2024. It is upsurge of 11%, right, from 2023. And it is only and only because of the increased air connectivity, visa facilitation. The countries, different countries, they have eased the visa, so people are traveling. And moreover, post-pandemic, there is a lot of demand for travel. People were stuck up, in their rooms, in their houses. So after that, the tourism anything, and we can see, robustly the global market is increasing a lot. Europe has done a good thing, but Asia and Pacific still we are coming up with very, very few amount of, just 2% from the pandemic time. So these are the figures of international tourist arrivals. Just to tell you, why am I showing you these figures? For you to understand that this is a huge industry, huge businesses are there. There is a multiple economic impact in that, and multiple job opportunities in tourism, not only in India, but all over the world. It is starting from the local people, how they serve the tourists, to the, the international forums like, UN Tourism Forum. So lot of opportunities are there in airlines, hospitality industry, these and so many others. That is the reason why I'm sure. If one tourist come, so many multiplier effect is there. So like you can see, international tourist arrival in millions, it has reached to 1306. Of course, this is 2009. You can see it was an recession time, but after that, 2019, it was boomed. Tourism was boomed. Achanak pandemic had come and we went very much down. But in 2023, 24, it has come to the levels. Now, after this, in 2025, 26, 27, 2030, it is predicted that this industry is going to boom a lot, right? Now, next is, this is the recovery, what I'm going to show. How fast the recovery is there. In other industries also, the recovery is very fast. But in tourism, it took a heap. Like you can see, in 19, we actually calculate the figures based on the 19 because after 19, the pandemic started. So, यहाँ पे जो 2019 में 100% है, in 20 it went down, 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 and you can see in January to September 2024, we are just left with 2%. है ना? 2% हमारा भरना बाकी है, फिर हमारा 2019 तक का फिगर्स आ जाएंगे और उसके बाद बढ़ना ही बढ़ना, उसके बाद the tourism industry is going to grow very well. Now, these are the figures of United Nations. We are having a separate tourism section under the United Nations, and which is doing a lot of things in tourism, for tourism and tourism activities. Now, these are the arrivals according to the region. Middle East is doing very well. If you all are doing, your research papers, or you want to do business in the Middle East, it has already reached 29% extra. Then Africa 6%, Europe 1%, Americans still 3% is left. In world 2%, of course, Asia Pacific, we didn't do very good, which compared to the other compared to the other continents, we are 15% back. But in this year, I think 2023-24 will be reaching the figures. Now, this is just to make you understand, the worldwide tourism aspects, how people are traveling. You can just see the figures. Americans again -3% baki hai. Europe is also done well. They have come to the figures. Only 1% is left. African countries are doing quite well. Okay, it was a very surprise for us. Middle East have done. You can see Middle East mein kitne kam countries, but they are doing very well because of tourism. And most of the countries' economy is based on tourism. Then Asia Pacific, although it is a huge area, still we are lacking 15% baki abhi 2019 ke figures aane se. So the purpose of showing you this is just to make you all understand how this industry is there, and the business comes only because of the tourist, right? So here, these are the international tourist trips. When we are talking about the arrivals, the participants should also know the receipt. So 1529, billion USD dollars. This is the receipts which we have received till 2023 and 24. And of course, in coming days, it will be huge. So these were just few figures coming back to the India part. In 2024, we had like 8.20 lakh tourists. Of course, these were not much in numbers because we're just going again, pandemic ka thoda asar hai abhi tak. And then, of course, when we talk about the foreign exchange earnings, we are not earning what like huge, but yes, of course, it is a huge industry in India as well. You can figures 25 crores of foreign exchange earning is there, and yeah, this national Indian national departures is rather very high than the tourist coming in our country. Uski wajah se kya hota hai? What happens because of that? The students who are working in this business or the stakeholders who are working in this business, they are having huge opportunity for outbound tourism. Yani tours bahar leke jana. But now our prime minister, he is focusing on the domestic tourism. So domestic tourism figures I'm not having right now, but there is a huge opportunity for domestic tourism. Now domestic tourism ka matlab kya hai ki Kerala se you're traveling to Maharashtra, from Maharashtra you're traveling to West Bengal. It is state-wise travel or region-wise travel. That is domestic tourism, right? So yeah, it is not like, we are getting more foreign tourists and our people are going out. So that is creating some employment opportunities are ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. हमारे भी जो stakeholders है who are developing packages and sending the tourist abroad, they are also earning equally. Okay, but yes, when we talk about foreign tourist arrival in India, it should definitely be increased, right? So now let me take you to why people travel, and this would be rather enhancing your research topics as well. Okay, so let me confirm whether I'm audible. Everything is technically going well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the participants who have still not muted themselves, please mute करिए. The technical team, please mute everybody. Right. So here we are going to see that why people are traveling, right? So it is very important. I've just taken few of them which are important in this scenario, 2023 and contemporary scenario. So these are the ones. People travel for cultural tourism. Cultural tourism is one of the important aspects tourism की जब हम बात करते हैं, तो यहाँ पे एज वगैरह ऐसा कुछ नहीं. It is right from the children to the elders to the oldies. Everybody are traveling. Rather, we talk on the basis of generation X, Y, Z. Okay, and also now we are having beta generation as well, which have been started in 2025. So cultural tourism, people travel a lot. In cultural tourism, it is related to heritage activity or heritage tourism. तो हमारा जो heritage है, it could be in a natural form or it could be in the monuments form. So वो देखने के लिए people are traveling for to different parts of the world. Festivals is there, dance, music, other activities are there. So people go, travel all over the world for various purposes. So this is one of the figures of Ellora caves from the right, and left is Ajanta caves. I've just put it because um, this is in my city, very much near to my city, and we promote these destinations on a large scale, right? So cultural tourism is there. And next, why people are traveling, this is for the geological, or we call it geological formations, because I thought, some participants might be from the industrial side or from the geological side, so this is some geological formations are there, so people travel over there. So you can see the lady over here, this is she has gone to an industrial site which is very old, and she's maybe she's an archaeologist or a tourist. I got this picture from internet, but this type of tourism is also going on all over the world. You can have this Gulf of Kutch, ya to aap Sardi I was supposed to travel because of pandemic, I didn't go over there, but there are some industrial sites which have now come into industrial archaeological sites जिसमें Neolithic age में जो industries थे, so people are very much interested in going on to these places, but these are like very special interest tour. Rather, people अभी तक जो जाते हैं leisure purposes or cultural tourism, they want to see. That is the reason why they are traveling, right? So this is one of the geotourism aspects. For geological aspects, people go. This is my photograph. It was from Pintados archaeological site from Chile, that is South America. I was there for 2 months. I had gone over there for a cultural exchange program, and you can see आप जो mountains है उस पे कुछ paintings है. This is stone paintings, right? So the people used to go from one place to another. Other कुछ mapping भी हो सकता है, and also some of this archaeological sites, this is Atacama Desert. In Atacama Desert, this Pintados archaeological sites are there, and I was very surprised to see that there are industrial sites also which have been converted into tourists. और हमारे पास एक concept होती है, that is World Heritage Sites. So all over the world we are having different World Heritage Sites, right? In India also we are having, in Maharashtra rather, we are having 8-9 World Heritage Sites now. It could be CST, that is also World Heritage. Ajanta, Ellora caves is there, Elephanta caves is there. Geological formations are there. Those also, some national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, those are also World Heritage Sites, right? So this is just to mention that some special interest tour. I went there for to see the archaeology over there, but I met people, from various researchers, who came there to do research. So ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ leisure tourists travel करते, people travel for various purposes. Scientists also travel, for MICE tourism, people like us go for conferences and all those also travel, right? So this is geotourism. Then a very important aspect, that is adventure tourism. This is also booming like anything all over the world, and India also is doing quite well. North India, South India, both the places are there. We are also having certification courses if you want to do that, or if your students want to do that. So it is nature, culture and physical activity. Our government is trying, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India is trying quite hard to improve this sector, because there is a huge scope for employment generation. So इसमें उन्होंने guidelines काफी सारे बना रखे हैं कि for air adventure sports, water adventure sports, air and water, and also underwater भी marine adventure sports होते हैं. You go for snorkeling or scuba diving and all these places. So this has become a huge business. So people are traveling for this aspect as well. Like I told you, if you want to do a research on this, like what is the scope of adventure tourism or geotourism or something like that, you can work considering your topic. Right? If you are from IT, you can work on, how information technology is important to boom adventure tourism products, something like that, right? Then you have millennials. Millennials, as you all know, are twice and likely non-millennials to use their mobile phone. तो एक नया trend होगा mobile. You just click the pictures on the mobile and share it to your friends on social media, and then you're doing blogging, vlogging, and all these things are there. So these are huge. Travelers have increased, and this I always tell my students, capture this segment. When we are doing a marketing, it is very important for you all to know your target market. So target market could be this one, one of the target market, and this is booming a lot because of social media and all these things. So millennials are there, non-millennials also are moving, but yeah, this is a very important segment in tourism. Of course, when we talk about the millennials, the old generation, the elders rather, we tell. So these are, you'll not believe, 1.3 to 1.6 billion worldwide, seniors, they are traveling. They would be rather wealthiest of them, much more paying capacity than the elders who are not having it. So demand isme zyada jo hai to wealthy hai. Of course, people are traveling from India. We rather see, the elders, they are traveling for pilgrimage tours to do for religious purposes. So that also is one of the motivations. And children also travel, the study tours purpose. It could be the school children or the college children, so they are also traveling. Next is ecotourism. This was my PhD topic. Long back, I did my PhD on ecotourism, and rather how the ecotourism organization and management of ecotourism. I'm from Maharashtra. So I did, my case study was from Maharashtra. So I did how to organize and manage the ecotourism destinations over here, in which I had studied on the lakes, caves, beaches, forest, hill stations, wildlife sanctuaries, bird sanctuaries, etc., etc. Right. So this is a different type of tourism, rather a responsible type of tourism, in which the tourist, they help in the conservation of the sites and local well-being. Local well-being means the local people should get the maximum benefits. Okay, so if you are a student, or if you are a assistant professor or associate professor of the subject, that is geography or environmental sciences, I think ecotourism is a very important topic where you can work. Now I was just scrolling, I teach human resources as well, और उसमें हम लोग स्टूडेंट्स के लिए काफी सारे जॉब्स चेक करते हैं, राइट? सो इन द जॉब्स व्हाट I noticed is there, lot of jobs are coming on ecotourism, because the ministry and all over the world, they want tourism based on this particular concept. तो these are research associate के कुछ पोस्ट थे. The starting salary is 50 to 60,000 rupees, and ये IITTM, Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management, ग्वालियर, इनका पोस्ट था. So इस तरीके से, you would not only have a scope of doing research, but you also have a scope of doing uh, going in for some jobs also, or doing some extension research activities also in this particular area. So ecotourism is also a very important topic for you. Then comes the food tourism. You must be thinking, food tourism kya hota hai? I give lectures on food tourism and rural tourism for like 2 to 3 hours lectures goes on. And that is, food tourism is not tum log jaake wahan pe kya khana kha rahe ho, not that. It is how to do business in food tourism, right? So when I was invited in South Korea in 2020, I was over there, and that time they had invited me, like to just do how to do an international business between India and South Korea, based on tourism activities, right? So my lecture was most probably related to medical tourism, which done some research papers as well. And we were discussing, the students were of management. It was in Haiyan University, South Korea, in Seoul. So I was there in Seoul for 5 days and I was just experiencing the food activities. That rather before पहले जाने का मुझे काफी सारी चीजें उनकी मालूम पड़ी. And then I delivered a lecture on how businesses can be done on food tourism activities. And one of my students, she's from Thailand. She's also assistant professor in a hotel management institute, and it is a top fourth institute in Thailand, and she's doing very well. उनका PhD का जो topic था, that was on creative tourism, special focus on food activities. Okay, so there is a huge scope, on food tourism. Hotel management का अलग होता है. Food tourism, of course, hotels, restaurants come in this. But यहाँ पे, when you talk about food tourism, you can, if there is a professor, assistant professor who is a participant right now on psychology. So I can suggest you very good topics, how the psychologists can work on, the psychology of the tourists coming, why they come. It could be the topic of neuromarketing as well, or emotional marketing as well, or emotional branding as well. Why people are traveling for food activities, right? Food activities, and they go to eat, number one. They go to experience creative activities. जाके वहाँ पे खुद खाना पकाना सीखना है. ऐसे कुछ historians होते हैं who want to know about the history of food of that area. It could be, food tourism. It could be you're just going to a village and trying to learn the ethnicity of the food over there. Okay, it comes in rural tourism as well. Seeds होते हैं ना, seeds वगैरह, उसका भी study करने कुछ लोग जाते हैं. And इंडिया में अभी food walks जो है, I'll tell you, this is very interesting. Food walks are going on all over India, all over the world rather. You go to Munnar, you take a food heritage walk, food walks in वहाँ पे जो tea gardens होते हैं. So it's very interesting, I cannot tell you, what happens in like 1 or 2 hours this food tour. But in Bikaner, if somebody is from Rajasthan, they must be knowing it. बीकानेर में या तो फिर various other parts in Delhi, Rajasthan, even in Mumbai and Delhi as well. Food tours होते हैं, heritage food tours होते हैं. You go and see the heritage sites, and also you will experience how the people are cooking and having food. तो ये packages जो होते हैं, ये these are for 2 hours, 3 hours, and you go along with like 20 tourists at a time or 30 tourists at a time, and they pay you like 5,000 to 10,000 for 3 hours. So ये कुछ 3-3 घंटे में आपको 20 लोगों से अगर 10,000 मिल रहा है, या तो राधा 5,000 भी पकड़ ली, तो it is a huge amount in thousands, right? You will be earning like 5,000 into 20, like you'll just calculate it. Okay, I'm not very much good in calculation. You'll be rather earning in lakhs also many a times in just 2.5 hours or 3 hours too. So हम लोग इसको बिजनेस में कैसे कन्वर्ट करते हैं, इस पे भी कुछ रिसर्च हो सकता है. एंड वी आर हैविंग दिस यूनेस्को क्रिएटिव सिटीज. यूनेस्को का क्रिएटिव सिटीज है जिसमें food is there. So India में Hyderabad is there. Hyderabad has been designated as a UNESCO creative city for food activities. So not only that, but there are many places all over the India where we are having rich food culture. हेरिटेज भी है, हिस्ट्री है, ज्योग्राफी है, क्या नहीं है हमारे पास, right? So food activities are there, and it is one of the most dynamic and creative segments. Wine tourism is there, that also wineries are there, they are developing these tours, right? So many aspects are there. And DMOs, that is destination marketing partnerships, they are doing partnership with the chefs, restaurants and food tours. And 88% जो है destination are considering gastronomy. Gastronomy means food tourism. Rather food, we call it gastronomy tourism as well. A strategic in defining their brand and image, right? So when I was in Thailand, I went to Thailand with my student when we were doing our research. वहाँ पे street food काफी होता है, and वहाँ पे United Nations World Tourism Organization conference was there, and I was very lucky to attend that conference. And when we were talking about the tourism minister over there, we told that we are working on this. She was so enthusiastic about our research work. Creative activities क्या हो सकते? Creative activity, you go and actually learn some, so they have this 5 cities they have named as creative food tourism activity. She was so happy to meet us, and हमारा PhD होने के बाद we gave her the, planning aspects, हमारा जो conclusion suggestion part है, and they implemented also, So in that, we studied on the branding and imaging aspects. My specialization is in marketing and branding as well. So if somebody is interested in writing research papers or rather discussing the 20-minute session on that, I'll be very much happy to let you know about that aspect as well. So food tourism is there. So food tourism, businesses, and rather so many activities can be done in that. Next is bleisure. This is also becoming after pandemic. This has been increased. पहले भी था. हम लोग इसको. Can you all hear me? And somebody please unmute yourself and let me know, because I'm talking, and I'm not sure whether you all are able to hear
Yes,
me or
madam.
Yes,
You are
yes, you're
audible.
audible. Yes.
audible.
Yes,
You all
madam.
are understanding what I'm telling?
Yes,
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 madam.
yes.
absolutely.
Definitely.
Good. So I'll continue. Please mute yourself again. And then we are talking about leisure tourism activity. The participants who are from, management, business, administration, or commerce department, or who are into events management, who are working on this aspect, doing their research in this aspect. This is the best topic for you. इस पे ज्यादा काम ही नहीं हुआ है. Bleisure. Let me tell you what is bleisure. Bleisure means business plus leisure activities. Okay, business plus leisure. Abhi kya hua hai? After the pandemic, what happens is that many people are doing this work from home. So instead of working from home, they are working from travel destinations. Okay, and they are enjoying like anything, staying there for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and rather a lot of months, and they are enjoying their work and enjoying the destination as well. तो ये कंसेप्ट पे ज्यादा काम नहीं हुआ, इसका ब्रांडिंग पे या rather what kind of business activities should be there over there. So this is also a very upcoming topic, and इसमें हम लोग bleisure, and we also have MICE tourism. If you all are having your pen and all, you all please write down. MICE tourism is also, it comes under event management, so that is meeting, incentives, conferences, conventions, SICA conference and conventions, and ICA events and exhibitions. Okay, so this is MICE tourism, and MICE tourism is also a topic where you can do research work. It could be, you take your own CD case study and work on, how MICE tourism can be developed. What is the scope of developing the MICE tourism, or किस type का, like you having conference, तो conferences अभी क्या हो रहा है, instead of taking it in a university, they are taking it at a destination, tourist places. तो ये एक अलग concept है in which you can work on the aspects, right? Next is creative. Like I was telling you, creative tourism, इस पे let me tell you participants, कुछ कोई काम नहीं हुआ है. At least India में तो ज़्यादा कुछ भी काम नहीं हुआ है. If you all want to give it as a topic for your student, right? One of my student, she has already completed on creative tourism, or one incoming student is there. He will also be working on this creative tourism activity. Rather, we are into qualitative research than quantitative. Quantitative आजकल मैं ज़्यादा कर ही नहीं रही हूँ, unless and until it is very important. Qualitative research में my two scholars are there, when I'm giving lecture to the participants of our PhD scholars हो या तो early career research, I always tell them go for qualitative. Qualitative में क्या होता है? You come up with interviews, and you do this bibliometric analysis, interview. ये दोनों मिला के अच्छा आप लोग redefine कर सकते हो concepts, right? So that can be done. What is happening is that you all are going for quantitative research. Quantitative में क्या होता है? You're collecting the data, framing the objectives, collecting the data, writing the hypothesis, putting in the software यानी आपका जो t-test, chi-square test, it is very very beneficial at times, but rather when I was a chief editor, I used to almost reject the things, or bibliometric analysis क्या होता है कि you're collecting like 200 300 research papers, or कोई software में you all are putting it, right? And what happens, results are good, sometimes the results are good, but we don't accept that papers as well. If you all are having bibliometric analysis plus you all are doing some primary data collection or framing some concept, जब जाके आपका फिर स्कोपस लिस्टेड जर्नल में आ सकता है. अगर आप टी टेस्ट करवा के या तो फिर बिब्लियोमेट्रिक करवा के कर रहे हो, तो लेट मी टेल यू, स्कोपस में यू विल हैव लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स, Rather, you know what you all do is you all, if your whichever journal is there, you are check the journal, उनको क्या क्या लगता है पहले ही देख लो, और वो हिसाब से आप लोग फिर आपका पेपर लिख सकते हो, right? So this is creative tourism, and let me tell you, creative tourism, I told you, UNESCO active, various cities are there. For film, you know, we are having Mumbai. Then Hyderabad, I told you, for gastronomy. Varanasi, it is for music. And Jaipur, Jammu and Kashmir, it is for crafts and arts now. We have come with literature also. So Kozhikode, they have designated Kozhikode as the creative city for literature, right? And then और क्या है? और आपका हाँ म्यूजिक वाराणसी इज देयर एंड ग्वालियर इज देयर. ये दोनों सिटीज हमारे इंडिया के उसमें आ गए हैं, एंड आई वाज वेरी हैप्पी बिकॉज आई टीच डांसेस म्यूजिक एंड एक घराना ही है ना, ग्वालियर घराना. तो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटीज दे टेक ओवर देयर. ओके, एंड नाउ इफ यू वांट टू कन्वर्ट क्रिएटिव टूरिज्म लिटरेचर हम जब बोलते हैं, सो देयर इज अ प्लेस in UK, a lot of, I'm not getting the name right now, jahan pe universities hai. So though that cities also, they have been designated as a creative city for literature. So see how much scope you are having for research, for creative tourism, music, creative tourism, dances, creative tourism, food, creative tourism, filmmaking, right? Filmmaking, events, okay? So is the arts and crafts. So इसमें क्या होता है, different aspects होते हैं. So this is travel directed towards an engaged and authentic experience. It was in lockdown. I was just giving my lectures on this creative tourism in many universities. Rather, I was talking on research areas in creative tourism only. I was giving my lectures for 2 hours, 3 hours. So this is a very good topic you all can work on. This is again a participative learning in which arts, heritage, special characteristics of a place, they provide a connection with those who are tourist sided. इसमें भी हम लोग psychology related topics ले सकते हैं, या तो फिर management related topics ले सकते हैं, geology related topics. You can work on that. Rather, UNESCO World Heritage, UNESCO Creative Cities, अगर आप वो website पे जाओगे, so you will find lot of things and you can do work on these areas as well. Like if I talk about creative city of film Mumbai, tourists are coming to Mumbai and they want to do creative activities. इस पे काम ही नहीं हुआ है, इस पे nobody has written on this. We are not having a proper policy on that. It is good now, you write a policy on that, right? So you can have or you can also do a major or minor research project on this area. Okay. So anyways, then we are having the shopping tourism. Shopping tourism is also becoming an increasingly relevant component of tourism value chain, right? So as you can, United Nations World Tourism Organization, they have a global report on shopping tourism. You can easily find this on internet, on their website. You go through it and again you can work on, because there was a research done long back, और इंडियंस का उन्होंने साइकोलॉजिकल स्टडी किया था, तो हमको ऐसा पता चला कि व्हेन इंडियंस ट्रैवल, so they do shopping before going because they want to wear new clothes. It's if women are there over here, you all can understand. If I want to go to Thailand, I want to wear some new clothes. तो ये shopping जो होता है पहले भी करते हैं, और after going to the destination also you shop. So this is the Indian characteristics. So European characteristics are rather different. So market segmentation for shopping tourism, that is also a pretty good topic for you to work on, right? So participants, one of the participants, can you please tell me what time shall we have a break of 10 or 15 minutes?
In earlier lecture, resource person have take break. So
What time? What time shall I take the break?
When you
4:30?
When you require or when you think so, you can take break for 10 minutes.
Okay, we
earlier
will take at
lecture-
4:30. Okay, 4:30
Okay.
and then 4:45 we will start again. Okay, I'll be
Okay.
here only.
Okay.
So this is about the shopping tourism. Next है film tourism. Has anybody heard or done some work on this film tourism? Participants, are you all listening or had a good food, your lunch?
We are
No, ma'am, you are very much here. Very
No,
much here.
ma'am, we are listening you.
Yes, ma'am.
Good, good. ये ऑनलाइन लेक्चर का यही ऐसा होता है, आई एम नॉट श्योर लाइक हाउ मेनी आर लिसनिंग और बट एनीवेज हु आर लाइक seriously doing that तो उनका. Have you all heard about this film tourism?
Yes,
Or
yes.
it is the first?
We heard about film tourism. I think so. You may say director come to visit India for make film or some type of gain knowledge about our heritage side. They make film or I think so.
Ma'am, what
That
is your subject? From which subject?
environment science.
Oh, environment science. Okay, so you have at least heard about film tourism, right? So let me tell you, madam and other participants as well. See, this is as per the newly released data of Future Market Insights, okay, the film tourism market size is estimated to surpass USD 66.9 million in 2023. Rather, it is an old figure, but you can just imagine 2022 में ये figures आए थे, and it is projected that 118.6 million USD प्रोजेक्शन किया है उन्होंने 2033 तक. That is CAGR, that is compound annual growth of 5.9%. So you can imagine this is a huge business. Like Madam was हमारे यहाँ पे ना 2 PhDs हुए हैं on film tourism. Both were one was my scholar and one was a scholar of one of the professors in our university. So हमने क्या किया है? My scholar was from Japan. He was a Japanese professor. He had come from Okinawa. And we did a study on the film tourism activities in Japan, South Korea, and India. So South Korea, you all know the dramas, D-dramas, you call it, right? So dramas, films, television. इस पे हमने जो काम किया है, that was again completely based on the psychological aspect. That was a marketing aspect, and one was on the how to develop film tourism in organization and management of film tourism in Maharashtra. So we did a study on the film tourism activities in Maharashtra. इसमें क्या होता है, जैसा मैडम बोल रहे थे कि कोई डायरेक्टर्स आके फिल्म शूट करते हैं, तो दैट इज अ टाइप. बट वन इज फिल्म प्लेसमेंट, यू कॉल इट प्रोडक्ट प्लेसमेंट, राइट? सो क्या करते हैं, अभी ये जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा, एवरीबडी हैज माइट हैव, आई एम अज्यूमिंग दैट एवरीबडी हैज सीन दिस मूवी. This was being sponsored by the Spain Tourism Corporation, and also it was sponsored by the stakeholders was over there, जैसा hotel industry, airline industry and all. So एक one of the sponsors. So why they did is that you come and shoot in Spain, and what happens in only in a day, you are exposed to, हमारा जितना भी पॉपुलेशन है इंडिया का, चलो हम लोग उसका 50% भी ले ले या 20% भी ले ले, फिर भी इट गोज इन करोड़, right? So what happens is over there, why they are sponsoring our films to be shoot in their country? Because they want to promote their destination. So it is called as product placement. What is product placement? Like in Padmavat, a fort is placed in the movie, right? Like you can see here on the right side, this is Outlander series, which is on Netflix. It is going on. It is in Scotland, so their forts are there, palaces are there. और इन्होंने जब प्लेस किया है, प्रोडक्ट प्लेसमेंट इज देयर इन द फिल्म्स, इन द मूवीज, द टूरिज्म इंक्रीज्ड ओवर देयर. एंड व्हेन टूरिज्म इज इंक्रीज मींस व्हाट? वहां पे एयरलाइन कंपनी, होटल कंपनी, आपका मल्टीप्लायर इफेक्ट होता है, ट्रैवल कंपनीज, एवरीबडी इज गेटिंग बेनिफिटेड, इवन द लोकल वेंडर्स, लोकल पीपल आर गेटिंग बेनिफिटेड. सो दिस इज वन टाइप ऑफ फिल्म टूरिज्म, दैट इज वी कॉल इट प्लेसमेंट. दूसरा होता है कि ये जो फिल्म स्टार्स है, टू गो एंड सी देयर houses and all, that also is a film tourism. Next is film tourism. It is जहाँ पे कुछ तो शूट ऑलरेडी हुआ है, आप वो देखने जाते हो. लाइक आई टोल्ड यू, प्रोडक्ट प्लेसमेंट इज अर्लियर वन व्हेन द फिल्म इज शॉट, हैरी पॉटर, फिर आप जाके वो यू ऑल गो एंड go to the places around over there and have museums are being developed over there, the places are developed over there. Film tourism में आपका रामोजी film city also comes, that also is related to film tourism activities. Okay, and like creative film tourism is there. So there you have an activity where you can go and see how the shooting is done. Okay, so it is a very well. और आपको Bollywood tours भी होते हैं where it is a one day tour, so it costs a lot. You go to different places where the films are shot, this and that, So is there, and events also is there in that. So there are so many, we just saw, types of film tourism activities. उसमें कई 10-20 activities है in which you can do. So rather it is a very fine topic for you all to work on. Like I told you, you have to work on the industries. Take a research topic which is having a huge scope, which is having a huge scope when it comes to economy. When I'm telling you that, when we are discussing, right, it is 118.6 millions in 2033. That means it is having a scope for earning money. It is having a scope for increasing our GDP. It is having a scope for businesses, right? So that means you can take this topic for your research and do something. हमको ultimately हमारा research में suggestions किसको देने हैं? The suggestions we have to give it to the stakeholders, right? What kind of job opportunities will be created? Who will be benefited out of your research? So this is also one of the areas where you all can work. Next is wedding tourism. I have just put, before in the morning, I put these figures because I thought you all are from academics and all are coming from, all are PhDs probably. And it is very important for me to give you the figures rather than just telling you what is wedding tourism. बिकॉज ये फिगर्स देख के आपको समझ में आएगा कि हम लोग कौन से डायरेक्शन में इस पे काम कर सकते हैं एंड व्हेन यू आई हैव आल्सो गॉन थ्रू द refresher courses and then orientation courses and many a times हम लोग 20-20 दिन courses कर रहे हैं और last में हमारा जब last day होता है ना that time we feel okay after the 20 days 23 days after coming back to our department we are telling okay am I refreshed रिफ्रेशर कोर्स में रिफ्रेश होना चाहिए ना रिफ्रेश क्या होना चाहिए आपको वो जो एपीआई के लिए पॉइंट्स मिले इट इज नॉट ओनली दैट यू शुड बी रिफ्रेश विथ मेनी ऑफ द रिसर्च टॉपिक्स meet many people like online if you all are meeting you all are talking with each other so you have to develop co-authors like a madam is there from Rajasthan and Maharashtra talk send messages write some good topics you here itself you can talk on the phone as well कि okay we heard this lecture on tourism इसमें ये स्कोप है हमारा रिसर्च करने का तो हम लोग क्या इस पे पेपर लिख सकते हैं something like that so you have to do networking and today I'll tell you when we are talking about academics research or if you want to really improve yourself my suggestion would be all do networking a lot of networking नेटवर्किंग का मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि just going for the conference. It could be sitting at home rather checking the research papers. LinkedIn पे आप किसी को फॉलो करो या तो ऑनलाइन किसी को बोलो कि ओके सिमिलर टॉपिक से हम लोग काम कर सकते हैं somebody is from geography like madam is there from geography you can definitely talk to a person from IT a professor who is in America and tell your specializations and ask him whether he's interested in writing. एक बार होगा नहीं दूसरी बार होगा तीसरी बार होगा so I have written so many papers only and only because of networking okay instead of going for the national conferences I suggest you all to go for the international ones international conferences not in India but abroad where you will find some good professors of the same subject. You all can talk and exchange ideas. And I did that in my very early, when I was like you, early career researcher. And that is the reason why I could write like, 69, 70 papers now. आज ही morning में एक mail आया मुझे, my paper has been accepted. So now I'm like thirst. Exactly 70 papers today. So this happened only because of networking and जो paper अभी publish हो रहा है हमारा so that I'm writing with my 2 PhD scholars who were having different topics. Okay. They completed their PhD. They are working as assistant professors. तो हम लोगों ने लॉकडाउन में ये काम शुरू किया था दैट वाज ऑन बुद्धिस्ट टूरिज्म रिलीजियस टूरिज्म का पार्ट है वी आर आल्सो हैविंग इंटरनेशनल सेंटर फॉर बुद्धिस्ट टूरिज्म इन माय डिपार्टमेंट सो वी डू लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च वर्क सो इसमें क्या हुआ एक हम नॉर्मल बात किया नॉर्मल मीटिंग हुई वी केम अप विद अ टॉपिक एंड नाउ द पेपर इज बीन एक्सेप्टेड इन अ स्कोपस लिस्टेड जर्नल आई थिंक इट इज इन Q3 जर्नल सो इस तरीके से यू ऑल प्लीज डू द नेटवर्किंग एज वेल राइट सो yeah coming to this wedding tourism the global wedding industry is valued 300 billion, right? This is just the wedding industry. So in which, India's market is the most, बहुत ज़्यादा है, 50 billion it is there and growing to 20 to 25% annually. Now, I had read this paper on wedding tourism in 2004 in one of the international conference. जब ऐसा था कि इस पे काम किसी ने नहीं किया था. And to tell you, I have not written any papers on this, but my students are writing dissertation, research projects, and all. Now, this destination weddings, if you are blending with tourism and celebrations, because jo Bharati jo aate, they want to go to the different places and enjoy, right? So now it is multi-billion-dollar industry, boosting sectors like aviation and hospitality. Aviation यानी airlines, hospitality यानी hotels, right? So huge business increase हुआ है. इसमें ज्यादा जो है हेरिटेज होटल, देयर इज अ कंसेप्ट ऑफ हेरिटेज होटल. हेरिटेज होटल मीन्स व्हाट, ये जो पुराने आपके पैलेसेस है इसको कन्वर्ट किया है होटल्स में. तो होटल्स में जो वेडिंग्स होते हैं हेरिटेज होटल्स में, दिस इज क्रिएटिंग अ ह्यूज बिजनेस. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू, यू कैन बी अ फैसिलिटेटर, you can be a travel agent who can be specialized in this. You can do lot of things as far as you are concerned. हम लोग इस पे काफी सारा रिसर्च भी हो सकता है. It is huge industry in itself, right? So next it is medical tourism. Like I told you, medical tourism, one of my student, his name is Anil Bakar. He's placed in Dubai. If you just go through his profile online, you'll find that he did PhD in our department on medical tourism, and he's one of the important stakeholders now. मेडिकल टूरिज्म जो है दुबई में नहीं, सॉरी, अजमान में, यूएई में, अजमान में, इन अजमान मेडिकल यूनिवर्सिटी जो एमबीबीएस वगैरह पर, तो उन्होंने एक छोटा सा कोर्स शुरू किया था, 3 month सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स. देन दे डेवलप्ड इट इनटू अ डिप्लोमा कोर्स. So 3 months course was there, and they needed a professor so to teach the course. So Anil was very lucky that he had completed his PhD and he got a job over there. So abhi medical universities also have started this courses of medical tourism because it is having a huge scope. We are also running a certificate course in medical tourism in which I'm having students, they are doctors, दे आर ट्रैवल फैसिलिटेटर्स, ट्रैवल एजेंट्स, टूर ऑपरेटर्स, और काफी स्टूडेंट्स भी आते हैं. 3 months का ही कोर्स हमने रखा है. सो यू कैन जस्ट इमेजिन दैट, we'll just see, go through the figures you all might have gone through, like while telling. The global medical tourism market is valuated at 24.14 billion in 2023. I have not taken the old figures, pandemic के पहले का तो हम लोग देख ही नहीं रहे अभी, because 2019 के बाद most of the scenarios are changed. But in 2023, medical tourism did quite well, and it was 24.14 billion, and it is projected was 29.6 billion in 2024. तो यू कैन जस्ट 24 से लेके डायरेक्टली 26, और उतना अभी तक 2024 के फिगर्स हैव नॉट कम अप, बट डेफिनेटली उतना हुआ होगा इन कमिंग. आई थिंक इन द मंथ ऑफ सितंबर 2025 वी विल गेट द फिगर्स ऑफ 2024 तक क्या हुआ है, राइट? बिकॉज दे हैव टू कैलकुलेट ऑल द थिंग्स, एंड इट हैज रीच टू 137.71 बिलियन इन, अगेन प्रोजेक्टेड 2032 में इसका ऑलमोस्ट बहुत ज्यादा होने वाला है. 29 का भी हम लोग डबल पकड़े. ओके, दैट इज, you can just imagine it is more than double. Okay, and exhibiting 29 plus 29, it would be rather 58. So 58 के भी double है. 137.71 billion in 2032 they have estimated it to be, and it will be like 21.4% increase, okay, in 24 to 32. 2024 से 2032 तक ये इतना बढ़ने वाला है. नॉर्थ अमेरिका डोमिनेटेड, नॉट फॉर ब्रिंगिंग द टूरिस्ट बट फॉर गोइंग फॉर द इलाज करने के लिए वो बाहर जा रहे हैं नॉर्थ अमेरिकन. क्यों? क्योंकि वहां पे अगर आपको एक कोई पेशेंट है, ही इज हैविंग हार्ट प्रॉब्लम्स, he has to have a waiting list of 1 year 6 months, right? And then वहां पे they are having, it's the cost is too high. If the cost over there in America it is like 20 lakhs, हमारे इंडिया में वही कॉस्टिंग होता है 2-3 लाख में सब हो जाता है, राइट, इंक्लूडिंग योर स्टे, आपके जो रिलेटिव्स जो आते हैं उनका भी स्टे वगैरह वगैरह होके सब हो जाता है. सो कंट्रीज लाइक इंडिया, दुबई, थाईलैंड, साउथ कोरिया, they are doing pretty well in medical tourism. People prefer India because in India also, I'll tell you, Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, these are the upcoming destination, even Hyderabad, Bangalore. These are the destinations having good hospitals and good doctors. Of course, our equipments also are very good and our doctors are very good. So, एक ये होता है कि medical tourism में tourists are traveling from one country to another. We are also focusing on the domestic medical tourism as well, in which people travel from one state to another. ये तो पहले भी होता है, but now we are focusing more on the medical tourism, which is foreigners, how they are coming. In my city, in Aurangabad, now it is known as Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. There is a hospital, MGM hospital, and many private hospitals. So many tourists come, NBA players also, they come because they don't want किसी को उनको बताना नहीं होता है, because if they are famous personalities, they don't go to very places like Mumbai and Delhi where many people know. They come to the places like Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar where people don't know them a lot. They come over here, stay for 1 month, do all the things, and then they go back, right? So this is again a very huge business. You all can work on this area. And the Indian medical tourism market, it is expected again 8.71 billion in 2025. So not only when we consider the world, India also is doing quite well. And when I was in South America, South America तो मैं चिली में गई थी, but South Korea, when I was in South Korea, I gave a lecture on medical tourism over there because I realized that they are crazy about beauty, beauty and beauty products. So South Korean girls and women, of course. So I was just telling them how we can do business South Korea and India on a very larger scale, right? क्योंकि हमारे पास भी cosmic operations होते हैं, how to your smile, how to beautify your smile, your skin, this and that. It is not only through surgeries, but also we are having healing techniques like panchakarma. So health tourism rather comes in that. So you can just imagine here, Indian medical tourism market size is expected to reach USD 8.71 billion in 2025. Participants, bore हो रहा है? You all are
No,
getting
ma'am.
to new things. Is it
No, ma'am.
interesting?
Madam, it is very
Let me know.
interesting.
Very nice session, madam.
Okay,
New topics we are
right.
going to learn, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry?
New topics are going
Okay,
to
you all
learn.
are rather learnings.
Madam,
New
medical
topics are
tourism
there, right?
also include yoga or some other type of activities like
नहीं 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 नहीं, वो तो मैं 4:30 के बाद शुरू करने वाली हूँ, हेल्थ टूरिज्म. ओके, आपका ब्रेक होने के बाद, एंड देन आई विल टेल यू व्हाट आर द अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर रिसर्च एंड ऑल्सो द आपका बिजनेसेस के लिए आप कैसा उसको कर सकते हो. मेडिकल टूरिज्म आई थॉट ऑफ टेलिंग यू बिकॉज इट्स आई नॉट टेल इट्स अ वेरी न्यू टॉपिक, बट इट्स अ वेरी एस्टैब्लिश टॉपिक, एंड इसमें जो है स्कोप काफी है. Right now, my student is there right now. He got a package of 80 lakhs, 80 lakhs per year, and he's based in Dubai, of course. तो वहां पे है, और काफी हमारे पास जो है ना, he's come from a family. His father is an auto rickshaw driver, right? He came, studied over here. He did his PhD. Ours is a state university, ना, तो fees भी कुछ ज्यादा नहीं है tourism courses करने. It is just 10,000 for 2 years. So he came and then he did his PhD also, and then the first job he run travel company also for 2 years. काफी उन्होंने ट्रैवलिंग में किया. फिर हमने उनको सजेस्ट किया कि आप मेडिकल टूरिज्म में, इफ यू हैव gained a PhD degree in that, so why don't you proceed with that? Fortunately, I told you, वहाँ पे अजमान में मेडिकल कॉलेज में को पोस्टिंग आई थी. He got a job over there. Now he's working with American company as a medical tourism facilitator, and he's doing pretty well. So you can just imagine, na, हमारे students कहाँ से कहाँ तक from a Marathi medium school. So these are some of the examples I always feel proud to give. कि हम स्टूडेंट्स में तो इतने कैपेबिलिटीज होते हैं, आई थिंक दे जस्ट नीड मोटिवेशन, रादर मोटिवेशन से ज्यादा मेंटरशिप इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड मेंटरशिप आपसे ही होता है, unless and until you don't know something, how are you going to motivate the students, right? So that is the reason why this refresher, orientation, faculty development program, मुझे ऐसा लगता है आपका जो लेक्चर है कई आपके स्टूडेंट्स को जाके आप दो कि हमने ये पढ़ा, इसमें ये करो वो करो, राइट? Right. So next is, this is again about, I'll tell more about medical tourism. इसमें when we talk about medical tourism, especially coming to India, they come for orthopedics, हड्डियों का, organ transplants, neurology. For neurology, so many tourists come. Then you have this for weight loss also, people come over here. Although you can say from American, many people come for weight loss, panchakarma and all these things. Indians also are becoming fat, that is the different thing. But we are having some surgeries and also some health tourism activities like panchakarma, in which weight loss is there. So people are coming here for weight loss, traveling for weight loss. Can you just imagine? Then you have this cosmetic and plastic surgery that I've already told you. You need for plastic surgery, especially for the face, cosmofacial surgeons, like you need a dentist and you need a MBBS doctor. So both combine, plastic surgery and cosmetic surgeries are becoming very famous, especially in India, because we are giving the services in a very cheap rate when you compare it with the other countries, right? Then you have this cancer, oncology के लिए भी काफी सारे patients जाते हैं, and they cannot afford, in their country, because इलाज जो होता है 1 महीना 2 महीना 3, it goes on and on and on. So they are traveling to India. ऐसे छोटे छोटे शहरों में अच्छे हॉस्पिटल्स है, अच्छे डॉक्टर्स है, they are coming, they are staying over there for 2-3 months, अच्छा इलाज करके they are going. Then cardiology is there. Then you have the stem cell therapies, dentistry is there. Then eye surgery, ophthalmology. For that also people are traveling. General diagnostic rehabilitation also we are doing very well. Fertility treatment, the the parents who are not having babies, so they are coming. So all these are there. Homeopathy is also going on very well in India. So these are some of the things. Now this is Ministry of Tourism ने अभी एक draft policy बनाया है, in which I'll just go quickly in just a few minutes. This is strengths of medical tourism. इसमें भी आप टॉपिक्स निकाल के कर सकते हो. वी आर हैविंग टॉप ऑफ लाइन मेडिकल डायग्नोस्टिक इक्विपमेंट्स, और ये जो है फ्रॉम ग्लोबल इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड्स से है. देन यू हैव हेल्थ केयर प्रोफेशनल्स are very good over here. Paramedical means staff, means your sisters, nurses and all this, right? And हमारे यहाँ पे ज्यादा लोग क्यों आते, बिकॉज वी स्पीक इंग्लिश. हमारा छोटा बच्चा भी टूटी फूटी इंग्लिश बात करता है, तो अरेबिक स्पीकिंग कंट्री पीपल, और ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, दे कम ओवर हियर. यहाँ पे जब when we are teaching medical tourism, we are focusing on the Arabic language, because most of the patients we are getting from the Gulf area, right? So that is the reason why. But because of our this language proficiency, people are coming. Financial savings are there, of course. Cost of quality medical procedures and all compared to the other it is, and fast track appointments. We get fast track appointment. Can you imagine in India, you're going to a hospital, आपके बेटी को कुछ स्किन का कुछ आ गया है, या तो आपको कुछ हाथ को कुछ हो गया है, फ्रैक्चर, खेलते खेलते गिर गई, यू आर टेकिंग हर टू अ डॉक्टर. डू वी नीड टू टेक अपॉइंटमेंट्स? I don't think so. You directly go to the hospital, directly go to the doctor. So if foreign में वैसा नहीं होता है. My son and daughter both are in UK. They both are staying in London. So my daughter, she is married over there. So she said, Mom, she comes for, her teeth treatment. She comes only to India. She stays over here, does, क्योंकि she calculated कि लंदन में उसका ट्रीटमेंट ज्यादा नहीं था, कुछ हो गया था, तो the treatment they told her 2.5 lakh rupees. And when she came home, we went to the doctor in the evening. It is right near in my colony. We went walking. I just took appointment. The doctor was sitting. We went over there. He saw. Next day, एक 15 minutes में the operation was done with the what we call it, anesthesian and anesthesia, वो सब मिलके हमको करीबन एक से first day half an hour, second day 20 minutes, like 2 hours में हमारा पूरा हो गया. And you know how much she paid, it was 2,500 rupees only. So 2,500 rupees and 2.5 lakh rupees. It's a huge amount, right? And then waiting period was there in UK. Waiting period, अभी तो उनका इलेक्शन भी उन्होंने वो डेंटल ट्रीटमेंट्स काफी उनका खराब है उसके वजह से ही उनका भी जो इलेक्शंस उस पे जीत. So there you have to call, you cannot directly go to the hospital. You have to call so many people. Then they, if they feel, एक तो वो फोन पे ही आपका इलाज करेंगे. If they feel, you have to go over there. So this is the way, that is the reason why it is the NRI also, now it has been increased. NRIs also, हम लोग NRI tourism ही एक. तो how they are coming and doing their medical treatments, उस पे भी काफी काम नहीं हो रहा है. They started working on it. Fast track appointments. Then you have this traditional, we are having Ayush. You all are teachers, of course, you all know what is Ayush ministry. This is Ayurveda, yoga, naturopathy, and other traditional systems are there for treatment of various ailments. So this is not under medical but health tourism activities, right? So we have formed this and we are working on this. Accreditation of hospital. ये होता है Joint Commission International, we get accreditation. So इसमें हमारे hospitals are 5-star hospital, accredited hospitals. We cannot tell 5-star, 4-star, 3, but accredited hospital where there is a assurity of global standards treatment of global standards. And next is diversity of tourism products and experiences. When we talk about medical treatments, ठीक है. But what about the tourism? Medical tourism. Tourism, we are having so many places over here to explore. Then medical value traveler, a new concept has come, which has been given by the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. It is again where you have visa facilitation easy ho jata and all these things, right? So this was it about medical tourism. I think we will take a quick break because it's 4:20 now. So shall we meet at 4:30?
Okay.
Yes, madam, no problem.
No
Yes,
problem? Right.
yes.
एक 10 minutes का break है. You all please come fast.
So which telephone?
Participants, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I start or wait
Madam,
for another?
Yes, start, ma'am. Let us start, ma'am.
Which was the lecture you were having before me?
The strengths.
No. In the morning, whose lecture was there? I said, which subject?
Chemistry, madam, regarding the paper publications, madam.
Okay, good. Chemistry. Was it Bhaskar, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So I will start, right? I hope everybody is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good.
We'll start.
So some participants are from South India as well?
No, ma'am. Maximum in Maharashtra.
Maximum
No, ma'am.
Maharashtra.
I am from Karnataka, madam.
Okay. Right. So we saw about the medical tourism. I hope you all understood some aspects of medical tourism and how you can, do some things, some research work in that. Then we have health tourism. Madam was there and she was asking about, about the yoga, this and that. Comes under this health tourism. Rather, health tourism and medical tourism, it is not the same, but have the same influence of, taking care or, for the patients who are coming over there. Health tourism में ज़्यादा हो जाता है कि new regeneration therapies. Regeneration therapies are there in which, people come for regenerating their body, mind, and soul. So now when we talk about global wellness economy, there is an institute, Global Wellness Institute. I teach this subject as well, that is health tourism. And we develop quite a packages of it in which all over the world, like if you can see, this global wellness economy, it is 6.3 trillion, not million, billion, but trillion. It was in 2023. So much business had occurred because of wellness activities. Now, when we talk about wellness tourism, it is, for example, the 1,213 billion green wala aap agar dekhoge. So that was the most important. People are traveling for personal care and beauty. Okay, personal care and beauty, and many part of the world they are coming to India for this purposes because of yoga, meditation, how you can improve your beauty and also your personal health, mental health, the emotional health, and all these things. The next one which you see is the physical activity. For that they are doing. Then here it is written 830 billion wellness tourism activity. Wellness tourism, in which I think it could be the various regeneration therapies, right? And then we have 1096 dark green color. They are traveling for healthy eating, nutrition, and weight loss. Like I told you, weight loss has become a huge industry now. So in tourism also it has become a huge industry. Mental wellness, as you can see, 233 billion only. It's not only billion is a huge thing, but rather small amount. And we are looking forward. I did a project what last time on mental illness, mental wellness tourism, and how people can be promoted for this traveling. Then you have traditional and complementary medicines, in which each and every country is having different medical, complementary medical, traditional medical elements, right? So that is number one. Here in India, we are having yoga, all these things. Maybe some other country it could be sand bathing and all. Then people are traveling for public health prevention and personalized medicine as well. So this is there. And next, you can see here the projected one 2027. You can see it will be again 1399.6 billion US dollars. It will be there. And number of wellness trips, it is definitely going to increase in 2027. As you can see, in 2019, it was 936. Then again, it came down. But the way it is booming, 2021, 22. That was, pandemic. It faced pandemic, everything. But in 2021, this would be it would be a very good option for the travelers. They will be preferring to go for wellness tourism activities. Now here you can see this expenditures also is huge, because when we talk about medical tourism, of course the expenditure is more, but that's thought it's a same. It is same like wellness is also people are want to pay a lot for this packages. So you can see that 16.6% it is will be increased by 2007. This is very interesting, dear participants. Every destination has something unique to offer. If you just go through this slide, you can see, like in India, of course, it is meditation and yoga. They have scrutinized it. But if you go to Zambia, that is walking yoga safaris. Yoga, it is Indian, but still, people in other countries are also doing yoga activities, right? Then if you go to Brazil, that is thermal water parks is there. Chile, Argentina, thermal resorts are there. I had been to Brazil and Chile, so I'm aware about it. We had been to this thermal resorts. That is, naturally heated water is there, thermal water is there, which is having a lot of benefits on your health. So I had been to that resort and we stayed there for 2 days, and the water which was coming, they have converted into pools. Even in your washrooms, bathrooms also this water comes. So thermal bathing and all this is done. If you go to Colorado, on the extreme left side, you can see again hiking, mountain and yoga retreats. Then you have weight loss detox, California they are doing. Then in UK you can see, boot camps are there. Then Finland is famous for sauna. And in Norway, Nordic wellness is there. They are having their own. But when you go to the countries like Asia, we are having a very different aspect of wellness. Japan, it is having onsen. Onsen therapies are there, super sento, onsen super sento. And in Japan, I had been to Japan 4 times in my lifetime. For some of the other work, I had been there for keynote. I had been there for some giving lecture in a university as well. So we had gone for this onsen super sento health benefit activities were there. And we are having in our department 4 students who are doing their PhD. They are from Japan. They are Japanese. One of my scholars is also from Tokyo. And one student has taken a very interesting topic, that is health tourism, health and wellness tourism. उनके क्या होता है कि जंगल में घूमना, it is a health tourism package. And for us, it is yoga therapies, regeneration therapies, this and that, but it is there. If you go to Egypt, sand baths are there. If you go to Turkey, Turkish baths are there. Turkish baths have become very famous. Then in Germany, you have climatic health resort. Then Austria, alpine wellness is there. So whenever you go to any part of the world, they are having their traditional healing aspects. You go to Korea, they are having Jinjibang, some health this thing are there, treatments are there. So this way, it has become a very huge business industry. It has become, people are traveling. It is not from today. Earlier, पहले के ज़माने से भी people are traveling for health purposes, wellness purposes. अभी medical tourism आया है तो आके आप surgery कर रहे हैं, उसको medical tourism बोलते हैं. But wellness tourism, you have wellness resorts all over the world, and they are having different, and they are doing huge business. Like I mentioned in the figures as well. So this is statistics of wellness tourism. It is projected that wellness economy will grow with 7.3% till 28, and growth rate will be 4.8%. That is International Monetary Fund unka forecast hai. As all the 11 sectors recover from pandemic, then wellness economy is expected to grow 6.8 trillion in 2024 and 9 trillion US dollars by 2028. We are doing very well in wellness tourism, or Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, under the logo Heal in India. हमारे पास जो मैंने बोला था meeting MICE tourism, तो that brand logo is Meet in India. So here brand logo India ने अभी क्या किया, ये recently हुआ है, और हम इसको ये Heal in India के लोगो में हम इसको promote करते हैं, wellness tourism in India. Right now, here, if you all want to do some research topics, if you all are students of branding, marketing, if you all are professors of branding, marketing, then you can go and check out the Heal in India campaign, what is going on over there, and what could be the new things which can come up. And you all can do major minor projects also on this particular topic, right? So wellness tourism activities is again a boom. Like I'm giving you figures, you all must be recognizing that each and every aspect of tourism, कोई भी type of tourism लो, वो आगे बढ़ ही रहा है, because tourism is the fastest developing and fastest growing industry, right? Next, it is literary tourism, like I told you, in creative tourism activities. Am I audible, participants?
Yes, madam.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
literary tourism, this is especially for the participants who are from literature. That is Hindi literature, Urdu literature, English literature, or any literature. Hindi, Marathi literature. So these are the literary tours. I myself, when I was in South America, I had experienced the literary tour. Oh my God, what kind of the tours were there. That is, Gabriela Mistral, Pablo Narido. These two places I had been to their house. This is literary tourism is what it is associated, number one, with the places where the poets, writers, their houses are there. Now it is converted into museum or maybe fictional characters or whatever they are doing. So that is a form of literary tourism. Second, it could be the places and events from fictional texts.
Like
फिक्शनल
Shakespeare's
टेक्स्ट
house.
होता है ना सॉरी shall I continue
Shakespeare's
ma'am.
house is also converted into a museum, madam.
कहाँ पे sir where
Shakespeare's house, madam.
whose house
Shakespeare.
yeah of course Shakespeare's house is there it is also so that is places his house is there I had been to my kids before some years to London और वहाँ पे Ambedkar house is there so I was
Yes.
so much interested in going over there and I did that tour. I don't know how it will come in literary tourism but it will come in personality tourism definitely तो Ambedkar house जो है London में I went over there I went to London School of Economics as well where he was studying and we went to the roots where he used to so it was a very amazing tour for me as well and that was very interesting one as well right a very emotional touch में जिसमें होता है these are
Even in India, madam.
places
Even
sorry
in India, madam. Jaipur literary festival, Hyderabad literary
yes
festival.
literary festival that is events it comes under events right so that also comes in literary tourism मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ कि कोई writer है उनके घर पे जाना that is there events is there then you have the places where fictional texts one of my scholars now who is from Japan his name is Rijiro Tanaka he is a marketing manager in that Disney World होता है ना टोक्यो में तो वहाँ के है वो एंड हमारे पास अभी जापानीज काफी सारे रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स आर कमिंग सो ही सेड मैम आई वांट टू डू पीएचडी ऑन दिस फिक्शनल कैरेक्टर्स दैट इज एनिमे है ना मांगा कैरेक्टर्स मैंगा एनिमे so that kind of now we are doing PhD on that comes under literary tourism only then routes taken by the fictional characters then visitors a particular place associated with the novelist such as their homes or their graveyards Gabriela Mistral's graveyard is there so you go and see I always go to Delhi हमारे जो मिर्जा गालिब है उनकी कब्र है so we go and because we are my husband and we are very big fan of his writings and also you go and you go over there right so this comes on the literally इसके अलावा जो literary tourism है that is creative activities in UK they take activities that is literary events where they promote reading you understand reading books not reading online material but reading old books so they उनके festivals में tourism literary festivals में small kids from school and colleges are invited and that is the festival of words तो फेस्टिवल ऑफ वर्ड्स क्या होता है किस तरीके से प्रमोट करना चाहिए इस पे भी आप काफी अच्छा रिसर्च कर सकते हो आप बोल रहे होंगे कि ओके दिस इज देयर बट हाउ डू आई कन्वर्ट इट इनटू रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट इट इज नॉट वेरी हार्ड माय डियर पार्टिसिपेंट you can easily do that like festival of what could be the concept how can you implement it everybody is in their phones nowadays just move on their phone so how you can promote reading through literary tourism that could be one of your research topics what I feel right moreover these are some of the pictures where I went and this is a manga museum in Tokyo I was over there and I was just seeing how the students are going in literary tourism you also have libraries as your tourist product okay Libraries, like in my university is very old, 50 plus years, and our library is also 50 plus years. So we are having very ancient books over there, so people come to see that books. So libraries also are tourist products, right? Shakespeare's globes, what you can see, some are there, film tourism. हैरी पॉटर के उसमें ये उन्होंने कुछ स्कॉटलैंड, आई डोंट नो कहाँ के libraries they had shown over there that have become tourist places. Then you also have library hotels which have become very famous. Library is there, in library you have hotels, so you stay over there, learn, read, and you also have events where the writers come together, discuss on various topics. So this is again a very huge aspect where you all can do work. Literally, I was very happy Kozhikode is been designated as a UNESCO Heritage City for Literary. There is a city in Pakistan that is also been designated for literary. I was wondering what must be there, then I just saw. So they have been very over there. Print होता है ना, printing technology and all. So tourists come to see that technologies and all all the things associated with that. So you can just see, imagine, when I'm teaching tourism, everything under the sky comes under tourism, and it's just a matter that how you're converting it into your, area of research, or how you're learning about it, how you're doing work on it, right? Next, it is wildlife tourism. So participants, your lecture will be till 6 o'clock. So at 5:30, I will stop giving lecture. And 5:30 to 6 o'clock, what we will do is we will just do a discussion. If you have any questions, of course, related to what I'm teaching right now. And I am also, like, my research topics are related to conservation of the heritage sites, branding of the heritage sites, heritage management and planning. Then I'm writing on the emotional branding as well. I'm also doing work on corporate social responsibility, wellness activities, then also film tourism. Also, I have written some papers, some are on the way, medical tours. So what you can do, you can ask me questions related to that, or whatever we feel. It would be a discussion. Maybe I also will be learning something from your side as well, right? So yeah, going back to this wildlife tourism, this is World Travel and Tourism Council. आप प्लीज ये नोट डाउन कीजिए, इसमें वर्ल्ड ट्रैवल एंड टूरिज्म काउंसिल एंड यूनाइटेड नेशंस वर्ल्ड टूरिज्म ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, these are the nodal agencies for developing, promoting tourism aspects all globally, right? So ये लोग जो करते हैं, World Travel and Tourism Council, it is proactive in doing the research, right? So what they have done is they have done a research on economic impact of global wildlife tourism. Now यहाँ पे बोलने की भी जरूरत नहीं, you all can just say the professors from economic department, this is a ready-made topic for you. You can work on how economic impact is there of global wildlife tourism, not only that medical tourism or wellness tourism, whatever. So they have done a survey, they have done a very good research, and this is becoming quite famous. In India में है काफी, but abroad में जैसा ये elephant you see, it is from the African countries. They have taken the picture from there. So wildlife, my student from Kenya, he has completed his PhD on wildlife tourism in Kenya. Okay, Masai. The places we had taken 4-5 wildlife sanctuaries, and we had, but it was a very old this thing. So here you can develop some concepts related to economic activities or ecotourism and wildlife activities and all. This could be done. So इस पे काफी सारा बोलना है, but I really don't have time on that. So let us go to the pilgrimage tourism activities. Pilgrimage religious, अभी हमारे पास कुंभ मेला is already going on, like you all are seeing in TV and in your news also, lakhs and so many people have come over there. So that is a festival. We call it like a huge pilgrimage tourism where lakhs of people come together for a purpose. So it is, and we are very blessed that we are staying in a country like India, in which we can develop such type of packages. अभी जो कुंभ मेला चालू है, वो देखने के लिए जो लोग आते हैं, international tourists, that is called as pilgrimage tourism. उसके बाद spiritual tourism, pilgrimage tourism, religious tourism, same है, थोड़ा थोड़ा difference है, but here the economic impact of spiritual tourism activities, it is boomed, and it is projection indicates that Spiritual tourism will generate a staggering 59 billion by 2028. Now, I'll tell you a very interesting package. Before 2 years, just before the lockdown, 60 yoginis had come from Netherlands. Kitna? 60 yoginis. They were the Netherlands women were there, all women, 60 of them. Their two gurus were there. They were also foreigners, all foreigners. Nobody was from India. So they had planned their tour in India for 1 month. 1 month they came and they were traveling all over India, for spiritual tourism activities. When they came to Sambhaji Nagar, I was so surprised. I said, spiritual tourism, they have come. Of course, we are having Buddhist tourism over here. In Ellora, we are having Hindu, Jain, and Buddhist religion depicting in the heritage, right? And we are having art, architecture also related to that. So I asked them, I was very curious. So they, before even planning their tour, they had come to do a survey. They came to me and they said, ma'am, can you give a lecture on spiritual tourism as you are a professor of tourism? My 60 yoginis will be coming. I said, why not? I said, you just tell me what kind of lecture you want. You know what they said? उन्होंने ये बोला कि हमको बुद्धा एंड his meditation इस पे हमको lecture चाहिए. I said, okay, fine. So I gave a lecture on different mudras and how they are beneficial for our health. So spiritual tourism goes along with health tourism activities as well. Spirituality जो है, it's a very complicated word. One of our scholars, he has completed his PhD on spiritual tourism. हमको वो definition पढ़ने करने में 6 महीने लग गए. Because spirituality can be achieved by anything. It depends upon the individual. It is not always the religious aspect. Getting it? So spiritual tourism is a very, very, very interesting topic, and you all can really work on it, right? If business side,
Rajasthan's Mount Abu, madam.
sorry.
Rajasthan's Mount Abu, madam.
Yeah, Rajasthan's Mount Abu is there. Then you have Himalayas, Kumpas,
Yes.
Then, very interesting package. One more I will tell you. I told my students to develop a package that was, if you all know, voluntary tourism is there. Voluntary tourism is what? These are the enthusiastic tourists where they want to go to a place and help the locals. They stay there for 8 days, 10 days, 15 days. वो क्या करते हैं उधर जाके उनको लोकल रूरल लोगों को they teach them language, then they teach them how to use the energy, non-renewable energies, then harvesting, or maybe they go for this kuch eco-friendly
Advance in agriculture.
practices.
Regarding agriculture, ma'am.
Agriculture is a very different aspect, sir. This I'm talking about volunteer tourism. Agriculture में ये आता है volunteer tourism, these are the packages. In Aurangabad, many people come for volunteer. From Spain, they come. This is a group of 15 to 20 people. They travel to help the people all over the world. So one of the packages which I was teaching, I was teaching religious tourism in one of the conferences. तो वहाँ पे I told them to develop a package for Buddhist tourism in the Kumpas, ये जो Himalayas में Buddhist tourist sites है, right? The monks are there. So people go there to see the lifestyle of monks. What are the morning rituals, how they do prayer, what they eat, okay, how cooking they do and all. So they go and help them. तो छोटे छोटे monks जो होते हैं उनको वो जाके English language वगैरह वगैरह they teach. It's a very different type of tourism. I have not taken volunteer in this, but it's a very interesting topic also if you all want to work on that. Especially students of social sciences, social work का उस पे आप लोग काम कर सकते हो. Voluntary and tourism, you can just club and do some activity. इस पे कुछ भी काम नहीं हुआ है सर. इसका concept development से लेके all these things you all can do. Then when we talk about spiritual tourism activities, I think this is having a lot of scope also, and you can see how staggering it is. 59 billion rupees, in 2020, it will be a huge economical revolution for that. Now, this is there. Apart from this, I have not taken rural tourism and what we call it, farm tourism. Okay, I give lectures on rural and farm tourism as well. Farm tourism at Bhubaneswar. I was in Bhubaneswar in IHM, Institute of Hotel Management, and there I had given a lecture on research areas in farm tourism. So what is farm tourism and what are the research? That was my keynote address actually. I was talking about how the activities can be, how the youngsters they can promote research activities in that. And let me tell you, rural tourism and farm tourism, we boost, like India is a very rural and farm tourism activities हो सकते हैं, पर इस पे रिसर्च ही नहीं है. स्पेन, यूरोप एंड अमेरिका, वहीं पे रिसर्च हो रहा है. रिसर्च ही नहीं हो रहा. आई डिडंट गेट द फिगर्स ओवर हियर. But if you are inviting me for a lecture in your university, then if it is possible, I will come and I can deliver lectures, especially for the participants who are from agriculture background or maybe who are working in rural tourism or who want their students to acknowledge about this. I recently gave a lecture on farm tourism in Jai Hind College, Mumbai. I was over there. Sabko pata hi hai Jai Hind College, Mumbai. So they invited me. So I gave for the students, but master students. Graduate and master student. So they were so much curious, very, very curious to know about, farm tourism activities. So we had a discussion of 2 hours on that as well. तो काफी सारा खैर वो तो businesses के लिए था, but आप इसमें research भी can do that, right? Next is cruise tourism. Now, India has a significant capabilities. बस अभी एक policy आई है, draft policy in 2022. In which India is promoting cruise tourism on a very, very large scale. If you can see the figure, 19 का तो छोड़ दो, 1920 का तो छोड़ दो, because 20 pandemic was there. See, now in 2023, 2024, we have surpassed, the figures. It is 35.7. Okay. Amount in millions. This is rather the source passenger earning. Okay. It is increasing, and 2025 again it is predicted to increase. 2026 and of course 2027 it will be increasing a lot. So cruise tourism जो होता है, most of our hotel management students they get jobs in cruise tourism, and India is significantly promoting it because we are having capabilities for cruise tourism. Coastal हमारे पास है, coastal and river sector. It is due to the presence of 12 major and 2000 minor ports. Along the 7,500 kilometers coastline is there. So across the west and east, and network of more than 20,000 kilometers long, navigable 110 waterways are connected, and we are having 400 rivers, 400 plus rivers, right? So हमारा rivers का जो है, river cruises are there. Then rivers are also considered a part of spirituality in India. So packages जो होते हैं, तो spirituality and river इस पे काफी लोग रहते हैं, and because we are each and every river in India, it is having story, a spiritual story, a religious story. So India is promoting that as well. So ये जो cruise tourism is become a very important topic now for research. And I have not taken in this lecture beach tourism. Beach tourism, if you go to Goa is the best example. I'm very much sure everybody might have gone over there. But that type of tourism I have not taken for my lecture because you already know that. But these activities like medical health or cruise tourism, these are very important for you all to know. Like volunteer tourism is there. Volunteer tourism is also having a huge scope for doing research activities, right? So this is again textile tourism. This is my photograph when I was in South Korea. That is hanbok. The tourists they are wearing hanbok, So this was like a 6-hour tour for us. We went over there, and एक वहाँ पे मंदिरों के आसपास, temples are there, and around the temples you have such type of, shops in which women are there. So I wore this dress that is hanbok in South Korea, and when I was in Japan, that was kimono. So I paid like huge amount, like 6 to 7 thousand for moving around wearing the clothes and moving around the area for 3 to 4 hours. In India also we are promoting the sari tourism. In Rajasthan also we are promoting that. तो ये एक अच्छा business है, और ये textile tourism जो है, it is for research. You can just check out the ethnicity of our textiles, and then what kind of textiles we are having. गुजरात में काफी, गुजरात और राजस्थान में this textile tourism is booming. You take them to, in Gujarat it is a 11-day package. 11-day packages for the amount was very huge. I don't remember right now, but they take you to the museums, textile museums. They take you to The villages where block painting is there, bandhani work, how it is there, and then various other places they take you to the wildlife area also. And ऐसा करके ये 15 दिन का पैकेज होता है जिसमें आप टूरिस्ट को you show them all the textile activities, right? You all are understanding, participants? Is it interesting?
Yes, madam. Surely, madam.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
right.
Very
So
interesting.
if you
Very
want to
interesting.
take if you wanted to take a topic on textile activities or textile tourism, you all can take the socio-economic impact. The participants who are from economics, who are from sociology, you all can come together, work on the socio and economic impact together, and you can write a very good research paper on this. Like how the local population can be benefited. This is a local woman, you know, she's getting employment generation. How many tourists are coming, you know? हमारी तो line लगी थी, you know, I got this, you know, when I went to Korea, Japanese tourists were there. When I went to Japan, Korean tourists were there. They look same, you know, for me. But then both the time I took this package, it was very wonderful. Hanbok pen ke, kimono pen ke, I'm moving on the streets of Japan, right? Or sari of wearing, moving around. This, it's a very different experience. In Rajasthan, they are promoting it on a very well. But yes, if you want to study on this aspect, I think women entrepreneurship is a good topic. Then socio-economic impacts is a good topic for the local people. Then documentation of this. Roots, textile roots is a good topic. टेक्सटाइल रूट्स यानी कहाँ पे किस किस तरीके के टेक्सटाइल्स है and how you can develop it. Creative tourism activities भी हो सकते हैं इसमें. You know, the people are coming, tourists are coming, and you're teaching them how to do bandi work, this and that. They can stay over there for 5-6 days. Textile tourism photography is becoming very famous. You wear the clothes of that particular area, you move around, photography is there, put it on social media. This is also becoming very famous. But rather, you'll work on the socio-economic impact. That would be a wonderful topic. But use sophisticated softwares like SEM is there, the participants from statistics, you know, they must be knowing like how to do. Then emotional branding is that also can be done. This comes or everything comes under intangible heritage. Tangible which we can touch, intangible which we can just feel, right? So this is, I've just taken the new ones, कुछ अलग जो है वो आपको बताने का. So these were some of the tourism activities. I'll just quickly go because we are just having half an hour. So we'll go to the job opportunities in tourism. I'm pretty much sure many of the professors sitting over there are not from tourism background. So, and it is rather a faculty development program. So I thought of just telling you what are the job opportunities. आपने थोड़ा अंदाज तो लगा लिया होगा कि ओके टेक्सटाइल टूर में किस किस को जॉब मिलता है. द लोकल्स को जॉब मिलता है, जो साड़ियाँ बनाते हैं उनको जॉब मिलता है, right? The people who are involved in this, who are preparing the tour packages, उनको भी जॉब मिलता है. So see, it is a very multiplier effect. So many people are getting jobs. Okay, rather we'll concentrate on the important ones. The travel agency and tour operation companies are there. You can, after doing your masters in tourism or diploma in tourism or your graduation in tourism, this is my student who is working in Veena World now, and she's working in MICE, for MICE, meeting, incentives, conferences, and exhibition, that is events. She's just passed out before 2 years, and she got a very good job in Pune, and having a very worldwide exposure, traveling here and there. You know, she's traveling in Europe here and there. So when we talk about the travel agencies, this picture, what you're seeing, it is a functions of travel agency. So here you can see the job opportunities. You can be working in a travel company for doing costing. Then preparation of the tour packages, tour leaders are there, reservation, travel insurances are there. Then you have a different section that is foreign exchange earning department. Then you have a provision of travel information courses are there, and licensing for providers of services, tourist services, negotiating with the principal suppliers. Then you have doing research wing is there in travel company where they do R&D department. In R&D, they do research on, you know, developing new segments of tourists. developing new segments of their customers, what new things are going on. Then preparation of itinerary preparation is one thing. Itinerary preparation means आप हर एक दिन हर एक कहाँ जाते हो, हर एक घंटे का ये होता है कि where you are going. Okay, then air ticketing is one aspect, right? So these are all functions of travel agencies. And you know, the travel agencies में आप अगर काम करोगे so you will have scope of doing work in all this. In our courses, we teach each and everything. We are having specialization in airlines, then hospitality and travel companies. So ये सारा कुछ हम लोग उनको सिखाते हैं. Then you can be a very good tourism entrepreneur. She is my student, and they are also my students. Aniket Mule and Azhar is there. So their turnover is like 10 lakh. Sorry, not 10 lakh. My God, 10 crores in 10 crores because they are doing inbound and outbound tour as well. So this is Aniket Mure. He bought a car, you know, and after he just passed 2 years and he started his business. And this is our department, what you see on the left side. And this is the entrance of the department. He just bought a car and he just came to show us. It was a very proud moment for us. He's doing very well and his turnover has gone to 3.5 crores and doing international. Now, right now, what I see him through his social media, he's in Andaman, Nicobar Islands, and he's taking the people to like Elephant Island, this island, that island. He's having a huge package with him of 50, 60 people. And for each package, you know, they earn a lot. So that is the reason why their income is like 3 crores plus just in 2 years. And other he's working like for 15 years now. He's a student from Sillod and he's having a turnover of huge amount as well. So you can see his tour package is there, 50, 60 people. Okay, one thing I forgot, we are having special interest tours also. The tourists who want to go, तो उसमें 5-6 लोग ही होते हैं, but आप उनको लेके जा सकते हो for special interest. It could be seeing tribal people or engaging with some very ethnic food or something like that. Right? So travel agencies, after travel agencies, we have jobs in aviation industries as well. So aviation may most of our students are in cabin crew, then ground staff as well as flight managers, and then air cargo, air traffic controllers also. And of course, they have to, if you want to be, we teach the basic courses. Now, one of my students, he's joined Qatar Airways because he had already completed his graduation in hotel management. तो वहाँ पे वो उसमें ही Qatar Airways में he is working. I don't know what exactly he is working as right now, but he is working over there. Then pilot, commercial pilot का हम लोग नहीं सिखाते, that you have to take some other courses. But yes, these are the jobs in aviation industry when we talk about tourism industry in general, right? So pilot is also in aviation, in airlines industry, in our industry. Then co-piloting is there. Pilots are there, co-pilots are there. Then air cargo pilots are there. They are different. So cabin crew, of course, you all know cabin crew and all. And ground staff. Our students are working as ground staff also, right? Flight managers and all. Engineers also are there. So भले ही वो engineering किया but उनको job तो airlines में लग रहा है, right? So that is there. Then you have like in chemistry, the student of chemistry, some of the professors must be chemist. From chemistry, let me tell you, in the morning you all have heard a lecture also on chemistry. So I'm very much sure Bhaskar sir might have given you lecture on areas of research in chemistry. उसमें heritage conservation का शायद दिया होगा उन्होंने. बताया था क्या? Did he talk on that, heritage conservation? Am I audible to you, participants?
नहीं
Yes,
मैडम
ma'am.
वैसे तो कोई
Yes, madam.
मैंने तो नहीं सोचा
उन्होंने कुछ information दिया था chemistry में heritage conservation.
No, madam.
नो मैम
So let me tell you. Okay. So jobs. Okay. Let me tell you. Now, what I do is that when I'm taking a conference or anything, I've started inviting the college, school के बच्चे, school children, you know, because they learn chemistry, they learn physics, they learn biology, and ultimately, you know, they think, okay, हमको ये करना है, वो करना है. Parents also not having much knowledge about it. But there is a huge opportunity for students of chemistry in heritage conservation. Heritage is part of tourism. We are having archaeological survey of India and state archaeology. State archaeology हर एक state में होता है और वहां पे वो लोग क्या करते हैं, what they do is they do this conservation of heritage sites. Okay, are you all listening?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
madam.
Otherwise, I'm just here. Okay, so अगर आप, if you are a student of chemistry and chemical technology, so you are having a scope to get a job in Archaeological Survey of India or State Archaeology as a chemist, chemical conservator, ठीक है ना? तो उसमें क्या होता है, कॉइन्स है, हेरिटेज है, हेरिटेज जो बनता है, इट इज मेड अप ऑफ bricks and then stone and then paintings are there, then काफी सारे अलग अलग एरा के आपके मॉन्यूमेंट्स होते हैं, चर्चेस भी है, फोर्ट्स भी है, wells also are there. Wells means kuwa. Wells also are there. Then palaces are there, caves are there. So you continuously need people for conservation. उस केमिस्ट्री के सिवा ये होता नहीं है. तो हमारे टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री में ये बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी है. उसका रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस कैसा होता है आप देख लीजिए. If you want to go to ASI, so they have, I just sent last week my students were in Archaeological Survey of India. हमारे कैंपस में ही उनका ऑफिस है. I said go and check out like how do we get job in that. So through what exams you have to give this and that. They did a documentation. हालांकि मेरा उनका बात नहीं हुआ बाद में. But yes, you can get a job in this industry through heritage conservation also. We need physicists also, physics also. Nanotechnology is coming up for conservation of heritage sites. IT students, IT professors koi honge. So that has become a huge boom now when we talk about jobs, because everything is becoming smart. We call it smart tourism. Okay, everywhere you need. In hotel also you need smartness, that is information technology, and you need at a museum also or heritage sites के ऊपर भी. So technology is there. So technology, heritage, tourism. Okay, all combine this three. तीन जन बैठ जाओ, कुछ अच्छा टॉपिक बना लो और अच्छा उस पे काम करो. ठीक है. You have like museums now. You go to National Museum Delhi. उन्होंने एक सेक्शन ही बनाया जनता एलोरा. तो IIT मुंबई के कुछ स्टूडेंट्स थे, शायद उनको वो काम दिया था. So you can get some projects also for doing that. Heritage conservation or something, developing a project. How IT
Hello,
can
madam.
be used. Yeah?
Madam, I am the assistant professor of chemistry, and industrial tourism is a part of our practical course. So will
Yeah.
we be by tourism package related to industrial visits, or does anyone provide such facilities?
Yeah. In the earlier slides, I told you about industrial archaeology, right? Industrial
Yes.
archaeology is there, one thing, where you go and show them the historical industries.
Already industries, that means like a Kirloskar industry, Reliance industry, the
Yeah.
industrial visit is compulsory.
कंपल्सरी. दैट्स अ वेरी गुड थिंग सर. एंड एक वो टूर्स होते हैं और दूसरे जो कंटेम्पररी, कंटेम्पररी व्हाट द बिजनेसेस आर गोइंग ऑन, इंडस्ट्रीज आर गोइंग ऑन. पीपल, स्टूडेंट्स, दे गो टू जर्मनी, Japan, okay, and in India you are the right person, that where they go. And as you are a professor of chemistry, I think the chemical industries are there, so students might be definitely going over there for on-job training and also for the tours as well, right, sir? Where are you from, sir?
Yes. Patsura, SSMM College, Patsura,
Pachora. Okay.
North Maharashtra
Sir,
Universities.
not ma.
Chalva.
Okay, sir. Okay. Nice. So this could be, one of your student, they can start a business also if they want. They are interested, because this is the person who knows each and everything about how to develop packages for the industries, right? So, and there are different types. Just I told you, film tourism में अलग-अलग है. वैसे industry tours में भी like archeo industry, right? Archaeological industry, like old things are there. There also, it is very important for you to get them exposure की history हम जब पढ़ाते हैं उनको, तो historical evidences and how it went, the history part, that also you can teach, right? So this was the jobs related to chemistry, which I quickly told you. And then especially conservation के लिए होता है, conservist होता है उसमें. अलग अलग टाइप के उसके होते हैं. Some are specialized in coins, some are specialized. See, now you take ताजमहल. ताजमहल के सामने क्या है? गार्डन है. तो एएसआई में एक विंग होती है जो गार्डन्स का कंजर्वेशन करते हैं, राइट? मॉन्यूमेंट्स में क्या, व्हाट मॉन्यूमेंट्स इज हैविंग इज दैट यू आर हैविंग मॉन्यूमेंट्स एंड गार्डन्स. मॉन्यूमेंट्स अकेले भी होते हैं और गार्डन्स के साथ. स्पेशली इन मुगल आर्किटेक्चर यू हैव लॉट ऑफ गार्डन्स, huge gardens, huge garden. So ASI people have to recruit people from environmental sciences also for the conservation of that, right? So इस तरीके से आप उस पे भी कुछ रिसर्च वर्क कर सकते हो. Okay, environmental is coming, heritage conservation is coming, and tourism, business. I mean, say any subject is coming, you're coming together and doing something over there, right? Then you are having this is जियोलॉजी टूरिज्म में काफी आईटी का अभी यूज करते हैं, यू नो. Okay. Then hotel industry. Hotel industry, I think many of you all know. This is again one of my students. He is a director of sales, Indian Elementary Hotels. He is also not from a very affluent background. पहले वो अभी बार्बर थे, तो वो भी ऐसा हमारा कोर्स करके now he's working as a director, a very huge what we call it, a post he's having with Elementary Hotels. And as you all can see, the job titles in this hospitality industry, we usually call it hospitality industry. You can be in hotel, you all can have a lot of jobs as a spa manager or group sales, or maybe generally it could be marketing or sales, or you can be a HR manager over there, human resource manager, front office, housekeeping. So many departments are there, so you can get job over there. Usually hotels now, wedding planners are there, or event planning is there. You take conferences and all, so that coordinators are there. Then you have food operations, food executives are there, front office desk, housekeeping desks, and again, so many jobs are there. So as you can see here, we are hiring a job in our team. It could be HR supervisors, HR coordinators, or sales executives, or maybe bakers who have done their hotel management course in bakery. Then restaurant managers are there. Also, if you are very good in accounting, so you can get a job in a 5-star category hotels as well, right? So इस तरीके से आपका जो स्टूडेंट्स अकाउंटिंग करते हैं, स्टैटिस्टिक्स करते हैं, तो स्टैटिस्टिक्स के होटल का एक विंग होता है, स्पेशली 5-star category hotel, 7-star category hotel. They are having wing R&D department, research and development. So they work over there as well to do research and check out the statistics of the tourists who are coming. Then in academics, as I told you, you are having courses right from the 8th standard to post-graduation PhD, right? So there is a huge scope for in hospitality and tourism academics for teaching, right? Now these are, I missed out a point. Let me tell you. Like my 130 students now, abhi hamara NAC hua accreditation. In NAC accreditation, 130 students are working as assistant professors. In India, in Maharashtra, all over the world. In abroad, khali do hi hai, but hai in teaching, right? Andaman Nicobar Islands also our students are there. So this is also a huge opportunity for the students. Next, you can work as a tourist facilitator. पहले क्या होता था? People used to think कि tourism पढ़ रहे हो आप तो आप guide ही बन जाओगे. Okay, guide is one aspect, tourist guide. So अभी हम लोग उसको tourist guide, we don't tell it tourist guide. We tell them facilitator. That is Incredible India Tourism Facilitator. Now never tell them tourist guides. They are called as IITF. IITF, that is basics is there. This is a basic category of tourist facilitators having knowledge of destination in India. तो इसके अलावा मिनिस्ट्री ने अभी क्या किया? Incredible India Tourist Guide is वो दूसरा है, right? In which they are specialized in different areas of tourism. For example, farm tourism, rural tourism, then you are having heritage tourism, architecture tourism, this tourism, that tourism, right? And अगर आपने basic course किया तो ये level के लिए आप automatically you will be there. And these courses are taken by IITTM. It is in Gwalior. So 6 months के course होते, you all can do it. And these are very sophisticated courses. It is not showing the tourist, हमारा जो touts बोलते ऐसा नहीं है. I have seen some tourists. हमारे पास एक PhD हुआ था on socio-economic impacts of tourist guides in India. उसमें हमने देखा कि नॉर्थ इंडिया के जो टूरिस्ट फैसिलिटेटर्स है, they have their own BMW also. They are very rich, because unka alag hi system hai altogether of this facilitating the tourist. Then you have IITG Heritage Specialization, in which you show the stories, they know the stories of our culture, histories, and natural resources as well. इनको बोलते हैं IITG Specialized in Heritage. फिर IITG Specialized in Adventure का भी कोर्स है, and you have to do this under Ministry of Tourism, Government of India at IITTM. कई बार हम लोग भी करते हैं कोर्स, हमारे पास वेस्टर्न इंडिया का they give it, and in my department I have taken these courses as well, right? So that is the refresher course to refresh their license. They are already having license, so refresher course we do it in our department. So IITTG, it is adventure. So adventure tourism ke you can tell your students to take the courses, and they can work all over India, right? So especially in adventure activities or heritage activities as well. Then in academics, yes, I just thought like I missed this. This slide came later on. So here you have opportunities in academics, that is central and state universities, government polytechnic colleges, hotel management institutes. Like I told you, my students are teaching in Kashmir, Andaman, Bhutan, Dubai, Ajman, South Korea, Kenya, Japan, Thailand, and Yemen as well. All these are working in different countries. So अभी तक तो 130 हो गया है. अभी we are promoting a lot, for the students to go into academics. So काफी सारा scope है. कोई graduation को पढ़ा रहा है, कोई post graduation को पढ़ा रहा है. But yeah, you are having a huge opportunity. Private universities are coming up with these courses. So private universities where students are having a lot of opportunities. You can promote the students for going into it, right? Then you have this jobs, government jobs in tourism. Like I told you, MTTC is there. Kerala tourism is there. Dubai government tourism jobs are there. Then you have ITDC, India Tourism Development Corporations. इसमें भी काफी सारे आपको Ministry of Tourism, Government of India के अंडर में jobs होते हैं. Not only this, participants, you are also having jobs in the CP offices. Sorry, not CP, CM offices. That's Chief Minister offices in every state. So they are working on the research in tourism. तो काफी सारे बच्चों को वो रिक्रूट कर रहे हैं अभी. I just got a call from the Gujarat CM office that they want 2 students to work on this Kumbh Mela, to collect the data and just check out what kind of tourism is going. उनका एक project था ministry का, so students are paid like 50,000-60,000 and they are doing work over there. Then you have this in government, you have this my student is there, Tushar Tingote. He was working with Wakayama Prefecture, Government of Japan as assistant director. So student आपल्या इकडचा मराठी महाराष्ट्रातला student, just imagine he is going and working now as an assistant director in Japan. हे government jobs आहेत. आणि हे जे आहे हे this is, he has now joined the department. We have got a very good faculty and he has come into academics now. She is senior tourist officer, Government of India. She's also my student. So these are all the jobs which you get, right? And then you can be just a moment. This is travel journalism is there. A lot of jobs are there here also. In journalism, if somebody is from journalism background, there is a huge scope for doing research on this area. Female travel Instagram influencers are there. Now, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India is promoting the vloggers because कोई conferences में भी काफी सारे vloggers और जिनके Instagram followers are more, so they are also been invited and they have become an integral part of tourism now, especially the travel bloggers. Okay, female travel Instagram influencer, and this is also I was giving a lecture on how travel women empowerment in tourism and what kind of jobs they can get. So I gave a lecture on travel journalism and how women can get jobs in travel journalism. My daughter, she did her master's in tourism in UK, and she got a job as a travel. She did her graduation in journalism, international journalism. Then she did a master's in tourism, and now she's working with a multinational company in London, where she looks into the digital marketing aspects. Okay, तो ये जो journalism का degree हम लोगों को, you cannot take it very lightly, right? It's very strong degree. ऐसा है क्या इन्होंने सिर्फ जर्नलिज्म किया है और कहा न्यूज़पेपर में काम. ऐसा नहीं है. You get, there are a lot of opportunities for travel journalism, right? And अगर आप salaries देखोगे ना, then very huge salaries are there. I don't have much time to talk on it, but still, I'm just giving a glances. Then digital marketing, like I told you, content writers, copywriters, graphic designers, social media influencers, social media managers, and social media marketing aspect. Now, which are these social media? This social media, what I'm talking about here, these are the social media accounts of travel companies. Then you have airline companies, होटल कंपनीज, तो इनको ये लगते हैं इन्फ्लुएंसर्स, राइट? सो डिजिटल मार्केटिंग मैनेजर्स दे नीड, जैसा महाराष्ट्र टूरिज्म डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेट, दे नीड डिजिटल मार्केटिंग मैनेजर्स, बिकॉज अभी सब कुछ मार्केटिंग इतना सारा डिजिटल एरा में हुआ है. सो दिस इज अगेन अ वेरी 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 गुड टॉपिक फॉर यू ऑल to do work on, that is digital marketing is a very good topic to work on. If you are from IT, if you are from marketing, commerce department, and if you want to work on the social media and tourism, you can take a topic and work on that, right? So these are some of the jobs. It's a disturbance, participants are entering now, just spoiling. Anyways, so these are United Nations World Tourism Organization. यहाँ पे भी jobs है, as like you can see. Why are you all entering at the end of the sessions? I don't understand. 3 people enter, 2 people are waiting, and all this. Anyways, this is a program officer, as you all can see. Tourism Market Intelligence and Competitiveness. ये program officer is there. So this kind of jobs also, if you tourism market intelligence, here you need students of statistics and economics, okay, who have done their courses in economics and who have done their courses in tourism. तो डायरेक्टली आपका रिक्रूटमेंट होगा मैड्रिड स्पेन में. डिपेंड्स ऑन वीजा का, वो तो देखना पड़ेगा कि कैसा होता है, बट सच टाइप ऑफ जॉब्स आर देयर एंड यू ऑल शुड बी अवेयर. इट इज नॉट ओनली नेशनल, इंटरनेशनल ऑल्सो, दैट टू इन UN WTO you get jobs, right? Next is, let me talk, I'll finish it in 10 minutes, rather 5 to 6 minutes, about the interdisciplinary research. I'm talking about interdisciplinary research continuously, so I'll just go through the slides. That is, you have a lot of scope for IT, as I told you, information communication technologies and tourism. Second, geography tourism. Third, architecture, क्या आप कोई प्रोफेसर होंगे तो architecture and tourism. Conservation, chemistry, tourism. Psychology, tourism. Gender sensitization, tourism. Women studies, tourism, how you can empower women through tourism activities. If you are a student, if you are a professor of environment science, ecotourism is there. Then geology, geography ka, geospatial analysis is there. Tourism landscape analysis is there. So many topics are there. My God, you
Excuse
get
me,
so
madam.
many.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
There is some query. Hello.
Can I take the query at the end? Let me finish my lecture.
Okay.
I've kept like almost 20-25 minutes for the queries. Okay, you all can note down and let me complete this, and then we can definitely talk. आधा घंटा हम उस पे ही बात करेंगे, right? Okay. Then just try to understand the interdisciplinary research. This is academic research जो होता है tourism में. इसमें this you all know, so I'm not going to talk much about it. This is a research project funding agencies होता है, जैसे ICSSR. I got a project of DST. It was a 30 lakh rupees project. And then consultancy projects are there. My students, they are doing consultancy for countries like Randwa and all, how to develop tourism over there. तो हमारे बच्चों ने ही, जिन्होंने PhD किया है, मास्टर्स में, they have done a subject called research methodology in tourism. कंसल्टेंसी का भी आप एजेंसीज कर सकते हो और कंसल्टेंसी दे सकते हो for tourism development in that state, region, country, area, whatever it is there. Then you have conceptual development. We are working a lot on that. Then you have this research done by the tourism PhD students, vagara vagara assistant. This you all know. Then we have research done in which are undertaken by the ministry. That is management research. The jobs are market research executives and managers. यहाँ पे आप लोग improve the management activities such as marketing and operations, often undertaken or commissioned by business organization. Business organizations, it could be any business organization, they hire students who are perfect in research for analyzing the tourist data. It could be in hotel industry, airlines industry, or travel companies, और इवेंट्स एग्जीबिशन. जैसा टॉपिक्स निकले हैं तो ट्रेंड्स ड्यू टू कोविड के बाद ट्रेंड्स क्या बदले. सो होटल मैनेजर्स, होटल इंडस्ट्री जो मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज है, दे शुड नो. सो दे हायर स्टूडेंट्स और दे हायर द एम्प्लॉयज who are well versed in research. So my PhD scholars, they are not only in academics, but they are working as consultancies, they are working as data analysts also in hotel companies and travel companies, etc. Now, this is like, for example, research chala tha user generated contents. IT students, IT professors might be knowing that UGC and tourism. अगर कोई पोस्ट डालता है तो आप उस पे जो कमेंट्स आते हैं उसका एनालिसिस, यू कॉल इट बिग डाटा एनालिसिस. इट इज यूज्ड फॉर मार्केटिंग. सो दैट इज देयर. देन यू हैव जनरल अप्रोचेस एंड रिसर्च प्लानिंग के लिए लगता है. These are done by both public and private. Job students can get the job opportunities for planning tourism. Like, for example, I told you, Chief Minister's office in Gujarat, they had called us and asked the students to go to, that Kumbh Mela ka planning usme, या तो फिर research करने के लिए. So 50,000-60,000 तो easily they get it. It is 6 months, 1 year, something like that. So both public and private, they are investigating a marketing activity, analyzing published data and statistics, past performances क्या हो सकते हैं, and service sales. We are also they look forward for assessing future trends in tourism, commissioning surveys, and coordinating with the research projects. So the job what you get over here are tourism research managers. It could be in public or private companies. And policy, of course, this is by the government and support the development of tourism policy. Government is giving quite, like, for example, if you want to do a policy of medical tourism, okay, in maybe Kerala, so इसका रिसर्च तो लगता है ना, आप कैसा पॉलिसी बनाओगे, राइट. सो रिक्रूटमेंट्स इसमें भी होती है पॉलिसी रिसर्च में. like my student, he did in Randwa, that was developing wildlife tourism, developing a policy for wild, जैसा मेडिकल टूरिज्म, रिलीजियस एडवेंचर, शॉपिंग, ये वगैरह वगैरह, इसका एक कंट्री के लिए आप पॉलिसी कैसा डेवलप कर सकते हो, राइट. एंड दिस वाज इट फ्रॉम माय साइड. आई थिंक I will take, we are having half an hour, so we can shall I stop sharing and we can, like, so that I can see you, right? So I'll stop sharing, or you want to see some slides? Participants?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So yeah, we will just take the question answer session. Madam was there. She wanted to ask something.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, ma'am, go ahead. Please tell your name and where are you from, and then we can go.
Madam, myself, Dr. Rajbala.
Yeah.
I'm assistant professor in environment science, and I have a query that where I have a topic in my subject that role of tourism in environment science. So what points I can include ecotourism or heritage tourism or whatever, because this will include 16 marks at least. This question give at least 16 marks.
16 marks आपके API में?
नहीं मैडम, जो हमारा थ्योरी का है सब्जेक्ट, उसमें टॉपिक आता है, और अगर हम टूरिज्म इन इंडिया लिखते हैं तो एनवायरनमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग क्या क्या उसमें इंक्लूड करें?
Okay, in your syllabus you are asking, right?
Yes,
In your
yes,
syllabus. Okay. Now
yes.
I understand. I was thinking you're talking about research. So syllabus में when you talk about ecotourism, so environmental sciences, right? In
Yes,
environment science and tourism, you can, madam, include ecotourism activities. Number one,
Okay.
define ecotourism. What are the types of ecotourism, right? In types of
Okay.
ecotourism, you have nature-based tourism like caves, lakes, forest, hill station, wildlife sanctuaries, bird sanctuaries, beaches. Okay, ये सारा आप इसका एक ये कर सकते हो इम्पैक्ट एनालिसिस. Impact analysis on the beaches, it could be social. Now, when we talk about ecotourism, उसमें 3 part आते हैं: socio, cultural, environment, and economic as well. So you can take how the impacts are there at the caves, lakes, beaches, forest, hill station, wildlife sanctuaries, bird sanctuaries. एक social, cultural impact, economic impact also you all can take, but economic impact will be rather heavy for your student. So you can take that. Write down, you can take this, how packages can be developed, ecotourism packages can be developed. You can also take infrastructure development at ecotourism places, sustainable infrastructure. Write down sustainable infrastructure. क्योंकि हम लोग जब वाइल्ड लाइफ टूरिज्म का बोलते हैं तो हमको वहां पे 5 स्टार कुछ बना ही नहीं सकते ना. इट शुड बी ब्लेंडिंग विद द नेचर. तो
Yes,
नेचर, okay, that you can take. You can develop, write down how you can develop the packages, tourist products out of it. That can be done. You can also teach them in your syllabus, United Nations के ecotourism policies are there.
okay.
That you can take, and you can take state wise policy. गोवा टूरिज्म का इको टूरिज्म पॉलिसी क्या हो सकता है, महाराष्ट्र का इको टूरिज्म पॉलिसी. टेक गुड केस स्टडीज and teach them, right?
Okay.
And you can keep a practical work that they can go and check out a tourist place and check out how the environmental impact, वहां पे pollution कितना हुआ है टूरिस्ट की वजह
Some
से
book
ना,
or
air,
some
water, noise.
research paper you have which we can follow, madam? If you have some
Madam,
paper,
you can just write down, write Dr. Madhuri Sawant tourism, and one paper which I had written on eco tourism. मेरा तो PhD हुआ है खैर, it was very long back. तो Atna journal में my paper is there. I did I wrote a research paper on eco tourism at Ajanta caves.
okay, madam.
It's a very good paper. You just go through it, and you will find me on ResearchGate
Okay, I will
and
follow.
academia.edu. So
Yeah,
you can go through my research papers.
research
Some
it,
are, yeah, some are paid, but some are unpaid also, because Scopus listed वाले तो paid ही है. But if you want, I can just send it to your coordinators of this particular course, and you can read it. तो एक eco tourism at Ajanta is a very interesting research paper which I have written. You can please go through it. और syllabus में ये सारा कुछ आप include कर सकते हो, madam.
Okay, madam. Thank you for nice guide.
Yeah. Yes, roll number 77.
Hello, ma'am. I am Dr. Swatan Singh, Assistant Professor Education from Patna, Bihar. I have a query about जब आपने इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी रिसर्च का जो स्लाइड शेयर किया था तो उसमें 2 पॉइंट्स हमने देखे थे. एक था जेंडर सेंसिटाइजेशन और वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट टूरिज्म के बारे में आपने जिक्र किया था, तो वो थोड़ा सा मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. अब चूंकि हम लोग एजुकेशन के हैं तो टूरिज्म से उतना वास्ता नहीं, लेकिन इतना इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन था और इतना इंटरेस्टिंग था और पूरा बाइलिंगुअल अप्रोच जो आपका रहा, तो बड़ा इंक्लूसिव सा लगा कि हमारे लिए भी कुछ है इसमें. बहुत सारी चीजें नई नई जानने के लिए मिली, क्योंकि हम लोग बहुत सारी चीजें जानते हैं. मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि फॉर्म टूरिज्म या फिर विलेज टूरिज्म या बहुत सारी चीजें. हम लोग बस पिलग्रिम्स टूरिज्म जानते थे, बीच टूरिज्म जानते थे, लेकिन और उसके बाद जो हेल्थ टूरिज्म जो आपने बताया, तो बहुत ही इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन रहा. और एक क्वेश्चन तो मेरा है आपसे, जो है स्पेशली आपको मैं मतलब थैंक यू बोलना चाह रहा था कि किस तरीके से इतना इंक्लूसिव अप्रोच रहा आपका कि हम लोग भी इससे जुड़े और बहुत सारी नई चीजों को सीखे. और सही बताऊं तो आपको सुनते हुए मुझे बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप आइडियाज भी आ रहे थे कि जो कि हम अपने चूंकि अपने बच्चों को भी कुछ बचा सके कि अगर इस फील्ड में भी चाहे तो वो कर सकते हैं. तो 2 क्वेश्चंस हैं मैम, प्लीज इसको थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करिएगा जो मैं शायद समझ गया. जेंडर सेंसिटाइजेशन टूरिज्म के बारे में थोड़ा सा, और वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट टूरिज्म थोड़ा सा, इसको प्लीज मैम एक्सप्लेन करिए.
When we talk about gender sensitization, हम लोग इस पे जो रिसर्च करते हैं ना कि ट्रैवल एजेंसी, टूर ऑपरेशन कंपनीज है या एयरलाइंस है, तो इसमें कई बार क्या होता है, जैसा पॉश एक एक्ट आया हुआ है जेंडर सेंसिटाइज इसका, कुछ इट इज एक्चुअली रिलेटेड टू ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज एज वेल, कि जो वुमन का कुछ ये होता है वहां पे सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट या समथिंग लाइक दैट, तो उस पे हम लोग काम करते हैं. एक तो वो बात है, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ फीमेल को होता है, मेल के साथ भी हो सकता है. So that can be done. And दूसरा, that is the reason why we call gender sensitization, right? दूसरा ऐसा होता है कि what are the job opportunities, how tourism industry can focus on including both the genders, rather 3 genders, transgenders भी आता है उसमें, ठीक है, मेल, फीमेल एंड ट्रांसजेंडर, और ये किस तरीके से इनका इंक्लूजन करके हम लोग टूरिज्म डेवलपमेंट कर सकते हैं। अभी मुझे यहाँ पे एक दिव्य मराठी में एक उसके लिए बुलाया, वाज अ चीफ एडिटर फॉर अ डे, दे हैड इनवाइटेड, यू नो, देयर वाज अ प्रोग्राम, सो एक दिन के लिए वो ऐसा करते, सो दे आस्क मी अबाउट द सेम क्वेश्चन, दे आस्क मी, आई सेड इफ यू आर मेकिंग वुमन एज अ सेंटर फॉर टूरिज्म एक्टिविटी, जैसा विलेज है तो हम लोग कई सारी चीजें बताते हैं, बट एक वुमन में इतने हुनर होते हैं कि लाइक होम स्टेज में हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि होटल मैनेजमेंट के बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं कि ऐसा बिहेव करो, ऐसा स्किल्स होना चाहिए। हमारे इंडियन वुमन को ऑलरेडी ये स्किल्स है, तो दे कैन डायरेक्टली स्टार्ट द बिजनेस। दूसरा ये है, आई वाज ट्राइंग टू डू माई रिसर्च ऑन हाउ द वुमन अबाउ 40-50 गेट एम्प्लॉयमेंट इन टूरिज्म एक्टिविटीज। हम लोग 50 साल के वुमन के बारे में कभी सोचते ही नहीं है। सो आई टोल्ड, एक सिंपल बताती हूँ सर, 50 साल की वुमन क्या करती, इफ शी इज नॉट वर्किंग और समथिंग 50-60 years, हाउ दे कैन बी इंक्लूडेड इन टूरिज्म एक्टिविटीज। टूरिस्ट जब आते हैं उनको स्टोरीज जो बोलना है, वो ऐसे भी हमको इतने स्टोरीज सुनाते रहते हैं, हमारे जो ओल्ड लेडीज है, टीच देम समथिंग, दे विल बी एबल टू टेल द स्टोरीज अबाउट देयर लाइफ, अबाउट देयर हेरिटेज, अबाउट देयर कल्चर टू द टूरिस्ट, सो दैट दे कैन गेट एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी। सिर्फ ये एक ही बात है स्टोरी टेलिंग का, और स्टोरी टेलिंग पे भी काफी सारे पीएचडीज हो रहे हैं सर, इतना इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक। तो ये वुमन एम्पावरमेंट, वुमन कैन बी एम्पावर्ड इन जर्नलिज्म, ट्रैवल एजेंसी, टूर ऑपरेशन कंपनीज, एज टीचर्स एंड एवरीवेयर, इन एयरलाइन कंपनीज एंड ऑल। तो ये वुमन एम्पावरमेंट का, जैसे मैंने टेक्सटाइल बोला, इतना सिंपल लेडी है, वो क्या कर रही है कि एक पैकेज है, 3 आपको साड़ी पहना के आपको उधर घूमना है, बस दैट्स इट। उसमें एफर्ट्स ही नहीं है ना कुछ भी, बट यू आर अर्निंग समथिंग। सो हियर स्टूडेंट और द वुमेन अबाउ 40 पे मेरा अभी काम चालू है, आप भी कर सकते हो इस पे काम। तो हाउ दे कैन गेट एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन, लेकिन हमारे पास जैसा बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर टूरिज्म, हमने एक कंसेप्ट डेवलप, तो हाउ वुमेन आर टेकिंग मूविंग अराउंड विद द टूरिस्ट टू शो व्हाट बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर वाज, कि ये हमारा जैसा गेट है, तो इसमें गेट पे वो बता रहे हो कि यहाँ पे वो रुके थे, उन्होंने इतना यहाँ पे कुछ किया था, है ना, रेवोल्यूशन किया, ऐसा कुछ स्टोरीज होते हैं। यू जस्ट टीच देम फॉर 1 month, दे विल गेट एम्पावर्ड, दे कैन टेक, उसकी वजह से उनका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल भी काफी सारा बढ़ जाता है। तो या आई गिव लेक्चर ऑन वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, तो आई कैन टॉक गो ऑन एंड ऑन एंड ऑन, बट आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड द क्रक्स ऑफ इट।
थैंक यू मैम।
इसका एक एग्जांपल, एक्सक्यूज मी मैडम, इसका एक एग्जांपल ये ले सकते हैं, हिल स्टेशन पे आजकल ट्रेंड चला हुआ है कि गांव में एक जगह, पर्टिकुलर जगह रुकते हैं और खाना भी लेडीज प्रोवाइड कर रही हैं वो, तो
That is
दैट आल्सो
homestays.
इंक्लूडिंग।
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Homestay, you call that, and that is also a very good research topic. You can, not only women but also men. Here, when we talk about women empowerment, it's a different section. But when we talk about gender equality, it should be equal, male and female equal. तो आप उस पे भी थोड़ा सा काम कर सकते हो, right?
थैंक यू मैम। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
काफी सारा है सर करने के लिए। Yes, sir. Yes.
This is the 32 number, ma'am, roll number 32.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, my question is, what is the difference between domestic tourism and international tourism?
Okay. What is your good name, sir?
This is Sunil Mankale, ma'am.
From which subject?
English.
इंग्लिश। सर, डोमेस्टिक टूरिज्म ये होता है कि यू आर ट्रैवलिंग फ्रॉम वन स्टेट टू अनदर स्टेट, जैसा कश्मीर से आप आ रहे हो महाराष्ट्र, ओके, या तो फिर, बिकॉज इंडिया इज अ ह्यूज कंट्री, राइट, यू आर ट्रैवलिंग फ्रॉम वन स्टेट टू अनदर इन वन कंट्री इटसेल्फ, दैट इज डोमेस्टिक टूरिज्म। और इंटरनेशनल टूरिज्म क्या होता है, जब आप दूसरे कंट्री में जाते हो, फॉरेन कंट्री में जाते हो, दैट इज इंटरनेशनल टूरिज्म। जब हम टूरिज्म इकोनॉमिक्स की बात करते हैं और टूरिज्म एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन की बात करते हैं, तो ये जो स्टेक होल्डर्स होते हैं, ट्रैवल कंपनी वाले होते हैं, तो दे डेवलप पैकेजेस फॉर डोमेस्टिक अलग होता है, इंटरनेशनल अलग होता है, ठीक है। तो यही डिफरेंस है सर, बाकी कुछ नहीं। यू आर हैविंग, तीसरा पार्ट होता है रीजनल। तो रीजनल टूरिज्म में क्या होता है कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट एरिया से यू आर कमिंग टू वेस्टर्न इंडिया, so that is region wise. समटाइम्स यू हैव दिस ज्योग्राफी में हम लोग एक रीजन बोलते हैं, 4-5 स्टेट्स का एक रीजन होता है, तो वो भी हम लोग इसमें करते हैं, वो भी डोमेस्टिक टूरिज्म के अंडर आता है। तो डोमेस्टिक और इंटरनेशनल टूरिज्म में सिर्फ इतना ही फर्क है।
अच्छा मैम, और मैम वो सोशियो इकोनॉमिक टूरिज्म क्या होता है?
See, when tourism is occurring in any place, there is impacts are bound to happen. अगर सपोज गोवा है, ठीक है, गोवा का ही एग्जांपल देती हूँ। गोवा में बहुत ज्यादा टूरिस्ट आते हैं, जितने आने चाहिए उससे काफी ज्यादा आते हैं। तो वहां पे क्या होता है, सोशो इकोनॉमिक इम्पैक्ट जो होता है वो नेगेटिव वे में होता है। वहां पे प्रोस्टिट्यूशन बढ़ रहा है, वहां पे गैम्बलिंग बढ़ रहा है, दैट इज नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट। वहां पे कल्चरल इम्पैक्ट में उनके लैंग्वेजेस चेंज हो रहे हैं लोकल के। वहां पे आप लोग सिर्फ टूरिज्म बिजनेस ही कर रहे हो, बिहेविंग लाइक अ टूर, बिहेविंग लाइक द टूरिस्ट एंड फॉरगेटिंग योर ओन कल्चर, दिस एंड ये नेगेटिव सारे इम्पैक्ट होते हैं। पर हम लोग जब यूनाइटेड नेशन के सस्टेनेबल गोल्स देखे तो वी वांट अ काइंड ऑफ टूरिज्म जिसमें सोशो कल्चरल इम्पैक्ट ज्यादा हो। यू स्टार्ट अप्रिशिएटिंग योर हेरिटेज, यू स्टार्ट अप्रिशिएटिंग योर कल्चर। जो लोकल्स होते हैं ना, तो वो, तो इफ यू वांट, आई एम हैविंग माय 2 रिसर्च पेपर्स आर देयर ऑनलाइन। और अभी मेरे एक स्टूडेंट का सोशियो इकोनॉमिक इम्पैक्ट पे एक पीएचडी भी हो चुका है, एंड आई हैव डन आईसीएसएसआर का एक प्रोजेक्ट किया है, तो उसके भी शायद रिसर्च पेपर्स होंगे। आई डिड सोशियो इकोनॉमिक इम्पैक्ट्स ऑफ टूरिज्म इन औरंगाबाद, दैट टाइम इट वाज औरंगाबाद, अभी छत्रपति संभाजी नगर हुआ है।
यस।
तो when tourism is there, social impact could be negative, positive, और कल्चरल इम्पैक्ट को भी नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव, राइट। तो कल्चरल
Yes.
इम्पैक्ट में क्या है कि कॉन्जर्वेशन एक जगह पे होता नहीं था, पर टूरिज्म की वजह से वहां पे चलो टूरिस्ट आ रहे, तो गवर्नमेंट इज पोरिंग इन मनी फॉर द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ दैट साइट, दैट इज अ
Yeah.
कल्चरल इम्पैक्ट, राइट।
Exactly.
इफ यू जस्ट गूगल इट, यू नो, यू विल फाइंड व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस।
Yes, yes,
So
sure, ma'am. Thank you so much.
yeah,
Madam, good evening, madam.
good evening sir.
I am Dr. Shah from Andhra Pradesh, madam. I am a professor in Department of Business Administration. Madam, can
Okay.
you elaborate entrepreneurship opportunities in tourism, madam?
Okay. See, entrepreneurship opportunities in tourism are rather like huge. I just briefed about, you know, food tourism activities, right? And then, see, when
Yes.
we talk about entrepreneurship means doing business. और टूरिज्म में जो
Yes,
बिजनेस
yes,
होता
madam.
है, इट कुड बी डोमेस्टिक टूरिज्म, इंटरनेशनल टूरिज्म, यू आर डेवलपिंग पैकेजेस एंड सेलिंग। होलसेल होता है, रिटेलर होता है, यू डेवलप द पैकेज एंड यू गिव इट टू द रिटेलर, ये एक होता है। what you're doing is in entrepreneurship is that you're developing your own company, you're developing your own business
Yes.
ideas. Like for example, volunteer tourism is there, people are not much into it, so you can develop packages. abhi volunteer tourism mein buddhist religion agar aapne liya, तो जो बुद्धिस्ट monks जो whatever they do, you know, you go and help the buddhist monk, that could be a package of 10 days. Okay, so how much you are earning money through different ideas. Like I told you, textile tourism, woman, she can be an entrepreneur. और होम स्टेज का जो है, right, that also can lead to entrepreneurship for the woman or men. Then youngsters entrepreneurship, it could be, you know, you are developing, if you are a student of IT, so how you are doing digital marketing, if you are doing that, also could be a part of entrepreneurship, right? How you all are helping.
Yes.
So it is starting your own business. Consultancy is also part of entrepreneurship, sir. See, if you have developed your consultancy business agency, and you are getting a call maybe from not Dubai, but like let us say Nepal में उनको इको टूरिज्म डेवलप करना है, या उनको मेडिकल टूरिज्म डेवलप करना है, तो आप इस उनको पॉलिसी बना के, दैट इज ऑल्सो फॉर्म ऑफ entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship, it could be related to, you know, selling packages of 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakhs. Entrepreneurship could be you are at a heritage site and giving an experience to the tourists, like textile tour, or it could be, you know, you are giving, you know, some developing packages is basically tourism entrepreneurship. होम स्टेज का आप entrepreneurship accommodation में कर सकते हो, different types of accommodation करके, जैसा फॉरेस्ट में जो है ना, फॉरेस्ट रिसोर्ट्स वगैरह होते हैं, तो आपका घर जो है, कोंकण साइड में हमारे पास कोंकण है, बीच साइड एरिया, देयर पीपल, यू नो, दे हैव स्टार्टेड देयर ओन बिजनेसेस in the form of homestay. So tourists are coming and staying with them. यूरोप में काफी प्रचलित था. इन यूरोप, you know, homes, people go and stay in the home only. They are, because they want to see the pure culture instead of staying in a hotel. So in the form of accommodation, you can get entrepreneurship. डिजिटल में भी कर सकते हो, ट्रैवल कंपनीज में भी कर सकते हो, नीश टूरिज्म प्रोडक्ट्स में भी आप कर सकते हो, मेडिकल टूरिज्म एंटरप्रेन्योर, यू कैन बी फार्म टूरिज्म एंटरप्रेन्योर, यू कैन बी you know, food tourism entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship in tourism is unending. You just check out a topic and you be an entrepreneur in that. Entrepreneur means create a business, sell it. और हमारा एक बहुत अच्छा ये है कि everything is online. आपको अगर ट्रैवल कंपनी शुरू करना है, आपको सिर्फ एक कंप्यूटर लगता है, उस पर आप कर सकते हो. You don't need like a huge thing, you know, like infrastructure or something like that. So everything is on. So you can easily become an entrepreneur. My students, you know, they are studying in masters, first year and second year. They are already entrepreneurs, you know, they are selling packages. So a student just now, she sold the packages for Andaman Nicobar 6 days. बैठे बैठे उनको एग्जाम चालू थी, फिर भी she sold it. And she was just checking कि सब टूर चालू है कि नहीं. She earned 50,000 rupees. And what she's doing, she's giving exams. So I said, you're giving exams, you're taking it. I manage it. I have managers over there and I'm managing it by myself. So entrepreneurship ka definition in tourism, it is like huge. You can do so many activities in that, right? Thank you, sir.
Madam,
I hope
namaste.
you understood it.
Hello, madam. Madam, एक
Thank you.
जी जी.
रोल नंबर 22. मैं डॉक्टर गणेश शिंदे, डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आम्बेडकर मराठवाड़ा विश्वविद्यालय पैठण. मेरा सब्जेक्ट है मराठी. एक सवाल है मैडम, हम गांव के बच्चे और जो आर्ट्स फैकल्टी के बच्चे, उनके लिए टूरिज्म में क्या अपॉर्चुनिटी है? जो गांव के बच्चे
उनके लिए सबसे ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटीज है. मैं आपको जो एग्जांपल दे रही थी ना, जो मेडिकल टूरिज्म का जो बच्चा है, हिज फादर इज अ टैक्सी रिक्शा, अभी भी वो रिक्शा ही चलाते, भले वो बच्चा बहुत कमा रहा है. दूसरा जो इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफिसर जो है, तो हर फादर वाज टीसी जो होता है ना बस में, कंडक्टर, टीसी क्या बोलते हैं उसको, टिकट कलेक्टर. दैट. दूसरा जो मैंने एग्जाम्पल जो दिया था, बार्बर, न्हावी, तो होता ते. ठीक आहे. तर त्यांना पण इतके आमच्याकडे येऊन शिकले ते, आणि आता वेगवेगळ्या पोझिशन्सवर आहे. आणि मी मुद्दामून आमच्या स्टुडंट्सचे फोटो दाखवले, जस्ट टू मेक यू ऑल अंडरस्टँड दॅट it is. And I'll tell you, the students from rural area are the best for tourism activity. Multitasking astat te, right? They are multitasking, they know everything. The only thing is that they are not having confidence. एकदा का कॉन्फिडन्स आला बिझनेस करण्याचा, then you cannot stop them, because they are having a lot of energy. They are having patience to listen. They are having patience to handle the customers, right? And they can survive in any situations. So I think they would be the best for tourism industry, definitely. And they can be entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship मध्येही करू शकतात, किंवा त्यांना गव्हर्नमेंट जॉब टीचिंग मध्येही जाऊ शकतात. आमच्याकडे, आय एम टेलिंग यू, यू नो, माय कोर्स, इट इज जस्ट 10,000 रुपीज फीज इज देअर. आणि दुसरीकडे जे आहे आमचे जे प्रायव्हेट युनिव्हर्सिटीज, 20 lakh, 30 lakh, such type of fees is there. So we promote such type of students who are coming from not a very good background socio-economically. And now I'm very proud to tell that my students are doing very well. 130 professors, you know, and they are having their own businesses. Entrepreneurs किती सारे मुलं झालेले. So definitely they are having a lot of scope. The only thing is that ki they don't know about it. And you being their teacher, you're hearing some things for the first time. तुम्ही पण पहिल्यांदाच ऐकताय. तर हे असं एक लिंक असते ना, टीचर्स शुड नो फर्स्ट, देन दे कॅन टेल द स्टुडंट्स व्हॉट दे कॅन डू इन देअर लाईफ, राईट?
कारण पहिल्यांदाच आम्हाला एवढे टुरिझम आहेत हे कळालं तुमच्याकडनं.
आता माझ्याकडे एक मुलगा होता, तर तो गावातून पळून आला होता. तो भजन करायचा मंदिरात. तर तो सारखं ते प्लेन बघून त्याला वाटायचं एअरपोर्टवर काम. त्याला हसायचे लोक की हा कुठे एअरलाइन्स मध्ये काम करणार. तो इथं आला, त्याला फर्स्ट इयरला जमेच ना इंग्लिशमुळे. मग हळूहळू तो शिकला, आणि त्याच्या वर्गात ही वॉज द फर्स्ट वन टू गेट जॉब एट मुंबई इंटरनॅशनल एअरपोर्ट. नाव ही इज स्टील इन मुंबई इंटरनॅशनल एअरपोर्ट. झाले या मुलाला 8 वर्ष झाले, ही इज वर्किंग ओव्हर देअर. तर सक्सेस स्टोरीज आर देअर. स्टुडंट्स, यू जस्ट नीड टू मोटिवेट देम. आय टोल्ड यू अर्लियर ऑल्सो, मी स्टार्टिंगलाही म्हणलं, स्टुडंट्सला मेंटरशिप लागते आणि कॉन्फिडन्स बिल्ड करण्यासाठी कुणीतरी लागतं. तर असं बिलकुलच समजू नका की युअर स्टुडंट्स कॅन नॉट डू. डेफिनेटली दे कॅन डू व्हेरी गुड बिझनेस इन टुरिझम.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
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 Myself Dipali. I'm a BSc Computer Science student teacher.
Okay.
How can our student relate to this tourism?
म्हणजे you want to know about how they can
Computer
relate
science
means jobs? You're talking about
Computer
jobs?
science. Yes, ma'am. Regarding
Yeah.
job.
Regarding jobs, because earlier madam was asking about syllabus. Let me tell you about the jobs. My daughter is also working digital marketing manager. You know, digital marketing is a scope, and then if you are a student of IT and statistics, you are having jobs. You can get students can get recruited in hotel company, airline company as well. तर ह्याच्यामध्ये आता सगळं व्हॉट हॅज हॅपन्ड इज दॅट एव्हरीथिंग इज ऑनलाईन, एव्हरीथिंग इज IT, एव्हरीथिंग इज स्मार्टनेस. Smart everywhere. You go to a hotel, you need there, everything is technology oriented, right? So number one, if your students want to do research, it is a very good topic. And second thing, my student is there in IHM Aurangabad, Institute of Hotel Management, Taj Group of Hotels. So he's assistant professor over there. He's working on information technology and tourism. Like hotels मध्ये how you can use information technology. So they can get, if they are a student of IT, they can develop packages. त्याचं डिमांड खूप जास्त आहे इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये, कारण की हे मुलं खूप फटाफट पॅकेजेस डेव्हलप करू शकतात आणि मार्केटिंगसाठी जास्तीत जास्त त्यांचा उपयोग होतो. डेव्हलपिंग पॅकेजेस अँड मार्केटिंग ऍस्पेक्ट्स, मार्केटिंग इज अ ह्यूज थिंग. सो ह्या दोन्हीमध्ये त्यांचा भरपूर स्कोप असू शकतो. They can
Yes,
get
ma'am.
jobs. Yeah.
Ma'am,
I think time is up. Yeah. We'll
ma'am,
take a last question. Yeah.
ma'am, could you please elaborate on emotional branding? You talked about emotional branding.
You are a teacher of psychology,
No, English.
English literature.
Yes.
See, ma'am, branding, when we are talking about a branding, it is a part of marketing activity. Okay. So brand logo is different. You are having different types of brand. Brand equity means how the tourists perceive or the customers perceive your brand. Brand equity is there. Brand architecture is there. How you build your brand. Brand emotion is there. It is a type of brand where tourists purchase the product based on their emotions. Okay, like people go for religious tourism product. ठीक है ना? तो रिलीजियस टूरिज्म प्रोडक्ट के लिए जाते हैं तो वो ब्रांड इमोशन हमको क्रिएट करना पड़ता है. ब्रांड इमोशन इज अ इमोशन दैट अ मार्केटिंग मैनेजर शुड क्रिएट in a product, considering the customer's needs and wants. ठीक है ना? तो ये ब्रांड इमोशन हम लोग ज्यादा रिलीजियस प्रोडक्ट्स में यूज करते हैं. देन यू ऑल्सो हैव ब्रांड आर्किटेक्चर, ब्रांड पर्सनैलिटी. ब्रांड पर्सनैलिटी भी काफी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है. इफ एनीबडी वांट्स टू डू वर्क ऑन दिस, पर्सनैलिटी मीन्स व्हाट? सपोज दिस इज अ प्रोडक्ट. ओके, एक हम लोग अजंता केव्स ले ले, इज अ प्रोडक्ट. Brand personality means what? What are the human personality features in this particular brand? So it could be, for example, this is a bottle. This bottle is beautiful. It is tall. This is, human characteristics you are doing. The human characteristics तुम्ही शोधताय त्याच्यामध्ये. You are searching human characteristic in that particular product, and then you are communicating with the customers. So this is that, but there is a lot of opportunity where emotional branding is there. Emotional branding, if you want to write a paper on that, you need to know about the psychological aspects.
Yes, ma'am.
Cognitive, effective, psychological aspects, and what degree it is. So you have to work, if you want to work on that, you can work on with the help of a psychologist, because इसमें जो टेस्ट लगाते हैं एनालिसिस करने के लिए, वो साइकोलॉजिस्ट ही कर सकते हैं. यू आर अ प्रोफेसर, यू आर असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर ऑफ इंग्लिश.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is definitely if you want to promote a particular, for example, if you want to promote this any product, okay, so आपके लिटरेचर थ्रू आप उसको ब्रांड इमोशंस के पॉइंट्स दे सकते हो. और बिकॉज यू नो हिस्ट्री, यू नो लिटरेचर में, यू नो लैंग्वेज, एवरीथिंग, यू नो वर्ड्स, प्रॉपर वर्ड्स,
Yes,
जो
ma'am.
इमोशन टच करता है, राइट?
Yes.
So that you can take that words and you can work with any of the assistant professors who are doing businesses. So एक English literature का professor and IT का professor या geography का you can work on these areas. You can co-write a research paper on that.
Ma'am,
I
you
hope
also
you understood, right?
yes, ma'am, absolutely. Ma'am, you also talked about gastronomical tourism, right? Food tourism.
Gastronomy is nothing but food tourism, madam.
Yes, ma'am. So it has initiated an idea in my mind. So thank you so much. It was, indeed a very, very, very informative session. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
What is your good name, ma'am?
Ma'am, I'm Dr. Paridhi Kishore, and I am working on a capacity of assistant professor in Department of English, University of Lucknow.
University of Lucknow. Oh,
Yes.
I could have told you about Lucknow, but I was not. That is why I asked you all, from where have you come? So that I can something relate something to your state or city or something. Because I'm a professor of tourism, right? So I think time is up. It is time for us to say goodbye. But you will find me online. You can get
Thank you, ma'am.
connected.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, madam.
One more
Roll
question,
number
madam.
8. I would like to request to roll number 8 to propose vote of thanks.
I'm here, madam. I'm audible, madam.
Yes, madam. Madam, I want to know about the policies in tourism, because sometimes some attractive plans we suppose we have to take, and some members cheat us. So which quality of laws we can follow, or how we can complain those peoples that they are giving fake sites?
See, we are having a concept of tourist police, ma'am, in which specially policies are there for tourists, and I myself I give them training for this thing. यहाँ पे हमारे कमिश्नर ऑफ पुलिस के वहाँ पे हमारा ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं, so we teach them. So it is not only in our place, but many areas. I myself have on my leadership such type of programs going on. But you're talking about the policies, right? So there are policies for safety. In the
Yes, yes.
my student and myself, she was a student of law and tourism. हम लोगों ने tourism crime पे PhD किया, इतना बड़ा PhD है उसका. तो एक गोवा, गुजरात and Maharashtra. So in that we have written ourselves policies for safety and security of the tourists. और cheating का तो Consumer Protection Act is there. You can anyways Consumer Protection Act के अंडर भी आप फाइल कर सकते हो. बट देर आर पॉलिसीज, सेफ्टी सिक्योरिटी पॉलिसीज एंड चीटिंग के पॉलिसीज वगैरह जो है, तो वो नॉर्मल आपके जो लॉज है उसके साथ हम इंक्लूड करके वही यूज करते हैं, राइट?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I
Very
think we'll take
informative
vote of
lecture
thanks.
you delivered here. Thanks, madam. Thanks a lot.
Dr.
Very
G.
informative
Santi.
lecture you have delivered here. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Dr.
much.
G.
I'm
Santi, I
glad.
would like to request you for vote of thanks.
Yeah, madam. I'm audible, madam.
Yes.
Madam, this is Dr. Shanti, madam, talking from Andhra, madam. That is from Hyderabad, actually. Madam, very
Oh.
nice talking to you and very nice hearing your voice, because we know actually one type of tourism, just a general tourism.
Okay.
But listening to your speech and listening your session, it was so much that we have found many varieties of tourism. Nearly we had 25 types of tourism, I think so. I didn't count properly, but it was there. It's a very nice, madam, because as nowadays connectivity has increased. As you said, digitalization is improved. Prime Minister is our beloved Prime Minister, Mr. Modi ji, is concentrating more on digitalization. So it was very much informative and very much interesting. Now up to 6, we can find all the participants very eagerly. They are asking the questions. It means that the session was so very much interactive. This is my experience, and I can see the participants have the same experience now also. And it was very good,
Yes.
madam. Very good, very good. It was
Thank
a
you.
very nice
Thank you.
session.
You're giving vote of thanks from your heart. So that
Yeah,
is
madam.
I think a very good
That's
achievement.
really, madam. That's really.
Instead of giving it very formal, the way you gave your vote of thanks really touched my heart. It was
Thank you,
so
madam.
nice. And yeah, it was nice meeting each and everyone over here. And I hope my lecture was beneficial and you all can develop some good areas and topics. And if some of you all can just on your videos, I'll just click a photograph for my social media.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Because this participants were also very good. I'm also happy to teach you. Not all the participants are like you, right?
That's
Okay,
true.
thank you. Yeah. 1, 2, 3,
Thank you, madam. Thank
smile.
you, madam. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for the photograph and patiently listening to me. Thank you so much. Now I'll leave the session.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you to all of one who has
Madam.
commented on in the comment box. I cannot
Madam.
talk to everybody. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
मॅडम तुम्हाला जर भेटायचं असेल किंवा विद्यार्थ्यांना तुमचं गायडन्स म्हणून आम्हाला बोलवायचं असेल तर
या ना मॅडम डिपार्टमेंटला. यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम. टुरिझम डिपार्टमेंट बामू. कम एनी
आणि
टाइम.
मला अजून एक विचारायचं होतं तुमच्या रिसर्च मध्ये तुम्हाला असं काय आढळलं की सगळ्यात सक्सेसफुल स्ट्रॅटेजी कुठली आहे प्रमोट करण्याची टुरिझम?
ते राहिलं टिप्स राहिले. See, I told you interconnectivity, get connected to each other. Read Scopus listed papers only. Okay. Your level should be up only. Talk to the professors from abroad. Write them mail. Ask them to write co-papers with you. ओके. एकदा दोनदा नाही म्हणतील पण करा. पण तुम्ही कॉन्फिडेंट ठेवा की तुमचे पेपर वरच असले पाहिजे. That is the reason why today I could write that. Okay. So best wishes to madam and best wishes to everybody. Hope to see you someday. Okay.
Sure,
You are
madam.
most welcome. Thank you. Bye bye.
मैंने प्रकाश से शादी कर ली सर.
अच्छी मैडम.
Thank you, ma'am.
मैंने उसकी माँ से भी ज्यादा प्यार किया. मैंने जानबूझकर उसे लंदन भेजा. कॉलेज में एडमिशन करवाया जहाँ पढ़ रहा था.